Teams will pick up the pucks, and then we're ready for game one. A reminder, to sign up for the Elemental Electronics TV giveaway, scan the code, you can be the winner of a flat screen TV, and you'll walk away with it if you are the winner. We'll announce that for game, or period number one, all the women's games.
He's down next to the penalty box. They're probably going to wait until they get the pucks picked up. But that should only be another second.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time I ask you to please rise and please remove your caps. For our third straight week, let's give a warm Minnesota welcome for Ryan Friend from Austin, Texas. He spent his 3-week vacation in lovely Minnesota. He will now give us his rendition of the Stars Spangled Banner. All right, we're ready. Put your hands together. We got Team Walser, Team Element, puck drop zone.
Two unbeatens remaining in the league. We've got Walser, we've got Element here from Braemar Arena in Edina, Minnesota. Hello and welcome here inside the Hornets' Nest alongside Peter Odney. I'm Will Peterson. Peter, good to be back with you again for another week. Good to have some fresh talent on the ice. And just announced Jake Middleton joining us tonight. How you feeling?
I feel great. It's week 3. I've been crushing caffeine, and I watched Braveheart this afternoon, so I'm ready to get going with a few games here. Hopefully I have some fresh jokes, you know, some current event stuff.
Alongside Peter Odney, we also have Marissa Voss joining us at ice level this week as Walser controls the puck off of the draw. Nick Jensen knifing his way up. Feeds it through for Tufty. It's intercepted. Breaking back is Bolby. Tries to split the D. Good back check there from Justin Braun to force the turnover. Now here's Livingstone at the right circle. Drops it low for Myers. Sharp angle one-timer is steered away by Kaskasuo. And now played by Walser in the back end.
Nice to see that Kaskasuo finished his stretching routine before he faced a shot on goal.
Myers up the right side. Good play on the back check again by Braun, who flips this one out to center. Played there by Mitchell Wolf, who is a transfer from Tria. Was told he was traded for a player to be named later, but suiting up for Element for the first time. Here's a shot back the other way, and ringing the iron that time is Element. As now here's a stretch pass trying to break back the other way. Was Justin Richards in his first DBL action. Bros right side now for Element. Bros right circle. Working it down low, net front pass to Wolf. Had that one bounce off his stick. Good D there from Lindgren. And now working for it in the high slot. Walser forces the turnover. A high pass is knocked down with the glove. And now here's Tommy Novak with some space. Novak forehand. And they're going to say no goal. It rings the iron. I thought that might have caught back bar. But evidently it's off the crossbar and we play on.
I like that. Keep the game as close as possible for as long as possible.
Seuss back on the other end. Can't get the backhand shot off. Richards holds the zone. Finds Malinsky left circle. Malinsky drive to the net. Puck loose in the slot. And now chipped out into neutral ice. Element back the other way. Tristan Brose tries to thread it through for Novak. Coming free with his Chalowski, the DBL league leader in both assists and points.
Couldn't be proud of our guy Chalowski, as president of the Dennis Chalowski fan club. Always knew he had it out.
20 and change to go here in the first half. Again, Walser and Element. Both teams coming in 2-0. Walser a 15-9 win over Tria in week 1, 11-10 comeback overtime frenzy over Anderson. Element, on the other hand, 10-5 over Anderson in week 1, 16-8 over Tria in week 2. Of course, we'll see Anderson and Tria in game number 2 of our triple header. Game 1 features the unbeatens. Game 2 features, I guess you call them the beatens, as both Anderson and Tria will be vying for their first win.
The winless.
There you go. Livingstone for Jimmy Snuggerud, one of the new players this week. Minnesota Golden Gopher, former first-round draft pick of the St. Louis Blues. And now here's Middleton left side. That took a crazy hop out in front. Middleton almost collected his own rebound. It'll be Snuggerud behind again.
I'd be willing to bet that Jimmy Snuggerud is one of the most popular players in the building after announcing that he was going to come back to Dinkytown for his junior season. I'm sure Golden Gopher fans are thrilled.
Nick Jensen with it. Now Mitchell Wolf up the left side. Has Pavlshev with him. Sends it across for Pavlshev. It's a tough target to miss, all 6'7" of them. Bounces off his stick into the corner.
We got a lot of height on the ice today.
A lot of tall guys. Riley Tufte here as well.
Middleton, Tufte, Pavlshev.
Now here's Braun, another tall guy over the line. His shot knocked down by Wolf. He'll collect his own rebound into the corner. A long pass finds Lindgren out at center ice. And he'll flip this one back to Kaskasuo, who keeps it alive for Tufte. Geometric bank pass back for Lindgren.
Oh,
Near collision there between Johnny Brodzinski and Braun. First time we have all 3 Brodzinskis in the building tonight. Took 3 weeks, but we got them all here together, and they're all suiting up for Walser.
We saw Johnny, what we believe are Johnny's children, walking down the concourse earlier today. Nice to see some young faces.
Myers up high, left circle, stick save made by Kaskasuo into the right corner. Now up for Wolf at the line. Pretty little move, goes to his backhand, tripped up by Tufte as he falls to his knees. He jabs at it, comes free for Johnny Brodzinski near side.
Well, something that we've noted in each of the last 2 weeks is how hard Oliver Moore plays. And I think Mitchell Wolf is in that same camp. You see him diving for pucks in the slot? My goodness.
These college guys have a little something to prove. No Oliver Moore this week for Walser. First game missed for him. He has the Walser team lead in both assists and points. So a tough loss for this Walser team, but some good talent rebooting this week, adding CJ Seuss, Justin Richards, Bryce, and Easton Brodzinski, each for their second week back. And then, of course, right before game time, announced Jake Middleton joins the mix as well.
I don't think we've seen Middleton on the ice yet, have we?
He's had a couple of shifts.
He has?
We'll be sure to keep an eye out for him when he hops back out here. Wearing number 95 for the boys in light blue. Walser is working from right to left in those light blue, black, and white jerseys. Element from left to right in the darker blue and yellow. Here's Johnny Brodzinski from the right slot. Save is made by Troy Grosnick, who has had a sneaky MVP case for this Element team thus far. Novak up the right side. Cross pass for Bolby is knocked loose by Kaskasuo, and that'll spring Tufte back up the right side. Has a half step on the backhand, cuts to the net. Grosnick going onto his back like a snapping turtle, and that one goes wide.
Like a snapping turtle. I like that. I didn't realize that snapping turtles rolled over that much.
Oh, yeah. Now here's Richards, has Tufty with him, across, can't get the one-timer off. And Tristan Brose with a full head of steam up the left side.
Good D. He learned
Middleton
that.
on the back check. Brose across. Novak misses the empty net. Had Kaskasuo out of position. Tommy Novak can't capitalize. We remain scoreless. Schalowski head manning the puck for Brose. Element with some good recent chances, but neither team is able to break the seal thus far. Livingstone looking to change that as he sends it out front. Tip shot from Novak, save made. Now here's Jake Middleton. Loses the puck right out in front, Brose. And it'll be settled down.
If Jake Middleton scores, the roof is going to come off this building.
Malinsky up the left side. Middleton wanted the one-timer up in the slot. Now he plays it down with the glove. Heavy pressure from Jimmy Snuggerud as the future division rivals square off. Jensen knocked free by Snuggerud. Nobody in front of him, but Richards is angling over and is able to swipe it away. Jensen right corner now for Suze. Back for Jensen. He's into the zone with Middleton. They're outnumbered. It's a drop pass back and lost out to center that time. As Bryce Brodzinski couldn't settle it, Jake Middleton will rim it all the way around.
Very excited to see CJ Seuss tonight. Somebody from Forest Lake. I think he might be the only Forest Lake native in the entire league.
Snuggerud up at the left circle. Bryce Brodzinski now full head of steam right side. Closing in, goes to the backhand. 5-hole score. Bryce Brodzinski with a beauty. Finally gets our scoring started just under 10 minutes in. It's his first of the DBL season. 1-0 Walser.
Boy, it took 9 minutes to get our first goal of the game. There are 3 Brodzinskis on the ice. It would only be fitting mathematically for one of them to get the scoring started.
Now it's actually the second of the season for Bryce. I was looking at the stats for Johnny, who is still without a goal. Bryce has 2 goals on the season, Easton with 1. Mitchell Wolf out in front, loose puck score. Mitchell Wolf, Johnny on the spot. Quick answer for Element, it's 1-1. Puck just squirts out in front. Kaskasuo tries to come out. He does make the initial save. And then Mitchell Wolf punching it home. It's his 3rd of the season. And we are tied back up at 1-13 and counting. Matt Anderson into the corner. Now for Bowlby. Each side has now kind of got their legs underneath them. We'll see if the scoring opens up at all here as we play on into the first half. Ben Myers right side. At the right circle, fans on the shot. Bryce Brodzinski with it now, leaves it for Braun, who's got some space in his own zone. Easton Brodzinski down the left wing side. On his backhand, he's got a trailing Bryce with him. Chooses to bring it over to the right side. Now a one-time look for Bryce.
Yeah.
He scores.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll work.
A pair of early goals for Bryce Brodzinski, putting Walser on his back. It's 2-1.
You see that shot? I want every kid to watch this one-timer. It's not a crazy wind-up. It's not an over-exaggerated slap shot. Nice and control, low shot.
Gets the job done. Bryce Brodzinski, 14 tucks a year ago for the Golden Gophers. He's got 2 tonight. It's his 2nd and 3rd of the season. Walser with the lead. Did Riley Tufty just head that puck?
Yes.
Like a soccer player?
Yes, he did.
Incredible. Might need to look into his multi-sport background because that looked a little bit too natural for the kid from Blaine.
I bet he could play soccer pretty well if he wanted to.
What position would you put him at? I feel like he'd be
Defender.
Yeah, good
Defender.
strong center back.
Well, you'd never put him at forward. You want to put him at defender so that he can pick off those air balls.
He could be a heck of a midfielder, though.
Good goalie.
That's also true. We'll have to ask him about that. Malinsky up at the blue line, working it around into the right corner.
Oh, fellas.
Miscommunication there. Lindgren will come out to get it. Malinsky between the dashes to the left side, Tufty. 11-11, Make-A-Wish to go here in the first half. Walser with a 2-1 lead over Element. Pair of goals for Bryce Brodzinski, 1 for Mitchell Wolf. As each of these teams looks to go 3-0 in their first 3 league games here in the Beauty League.
What'd you wish for?
You don't get to know that. Everyone knows the rules of these things, as Livingstone's pass across is too far for Bros.
Quit being a child. Only children keep their dreams a secret.
I would argue that the children are the smartest because they know that if you share your wish, it will not come true. Novak up the left side into the slot. That one deflected by Kaskasuo up into the protective netting. 10.5 to go here from the first, and Braemar 2-1 Walser over Element.
I feel like there was a jumping off point there about spirituality and the mystics of the universe. But I'm good if we don't want to dive into that right now. We got a long way to go.
Face-off is to the glove side of Kaskasuo. Middleton will control it in the corner. Now back the other way. Here's CJ Seuss. Across for Jensen. He scores. Low glove side on Troy Grosnick. Nick Jensen with his second of the season. It's 3-1.
Grosnick not getting a ton of help in the middle from his Element teammates. Walser is teeing off on him in the middle.
Element missing their captain, Derek Forbert, this week. He could not make it. Definitely a strong defensive presence that has helped Element hold their first 2 opponents to a combined 13 goals. But things looking a little bit shoddy here in the early going for the Element back end. As Walser is able to get a few early ones, they lead at 3-1. Up the left side, now here's Novak. Jensen forces the turnover, has it taken right back by Matt Anderson as Element looks for an answer, trailing by 2. Novak, left side, his shot goes wide to the glove side of Kaskasuo. Now here's Mitchell Wolf out in front, gets right out in front, and Kaskasuo makes a nice pad save.
I think Mitchell Wolf might end up on the score sheet a couple more times tonight. He's outplaying everybody in terms of effort.
Snuggerud with a nice backhand shot there. Another save made by Kaskasuo as Middleton has it on the left side. Sent out in front. What a goal! Beautiful find from Jake Middleton. Threads it through to Justin Richards, and it's 4-1.
You know what? That's what an NHLer looks like. Look how effortless this is, watching the replay, just right into space, cutting towards the net. Troy Grosnick looks a little frustrated.
Well, it was Justin Richards finishing it off that time. I feel like we've seen that move a few times with Kirill Kaprizov finishing it out in front of the goal. Great find there from Jake Middleton. Walser putting on a show here early. It's 4-1.
Justin Richards, assistant number 95.
On the left side, Havelshev with it near his own bench. Now played at the blue line. Under 8 minutes to go here in our first half. Jimmy Snuggerud has it. Right side. Cuts into the high slot. Tries to feed it through for Livingstone. It's broken up there by Braun. Awful turnover. Snuggerud save, rebound. Livingstone score. Bad D-zone turnover there from Justin Braun. He just set it up on a tee for Element, and it's Jake Livingstone finishing it off, and it's 4-2.
Boy, the last time I saw communication that badly was the Bay of Pigs.
Livingstone cleans up the Jimmy Snuggerud rebound, and Snuggerud yet to get on the score sheet, but he has been super active thus far in this one. Would not be surprised to see him pot a couple before this one's up. Bolby with it in the right corner for Dennis Shalowski. Now Pavelshev, his backhand shot goes wide. Under 7 to play. Shalowski from between the dashes. Drop pass back, Livingstone. Now Bolby across. Great puck movement, but unable to finish it off is Pavelshev yet again. Brodzinski back across for Braun. His shot rifles wide, and I don't think that one ever got off the ground, as now Easton Brodzinski takes it at center. Down the right side. Bolby poking at it there. Braun in the mix. Now here's Malinsky from up high for Bryce Brodzinski. Looking to wrap it around, has an angle, tries to thread it through for Braun. Element back the other way. Here's Bowlby. Passing it across, it's knocked right back to him, and his shot deflects up into the mesh. 6 minutes to go here in the first half, 4-2 Walser.
I just want someone to turn on the hot puck light.
We have not seen the hot
double
puck.
puck.
The Dick's House Sport double puck.
Double
but
puck, there we go.
To this point, it's been called the hot puck, so I think we're afforded a little bit of creative freedom when
The
dressing
lukewarm
it.
puck.
The Dick's House Sport double puck as Wolf has it from the right circle. Neither side has triggered it, but if this is your first DBL game, it is a 2-minute window in which both teams, or I should say the team that triggers it has a 2-minute window to score, and should they score, that goal counts as double. Each team gets one of those opportunities per game. Can be a huge, huge advantage in the late game. When you're down a couple goals, you need to squeeze your way back into it. As this one rifled out front, a backhand shot saved by Grosnick. Walser has one hot puck goal. It came in week 2 by Riley Tufty, and that came in a spot late in the game where Walser was trailing, and it tied up the game for him, made it 10-10 after it was 10-8. For Element, they have 2 hot puck goals. Both came last week. Tristan Brose with one and Mason Shaw with the other.
You know, it really is one of my favorite parts of this league. I think it adds a wonderful wrinkle. It's exciting. There's a fun red light that goes on. What more could you ask for?
Great puck movement there. Jensen gets it back, and he puts it top shelf.
Grosnick's so mad. He had no idea where that puck went.
Element has gone soft in the D zone. Nick Jensen rifles it up high. 5-2 Walser here.
Nobody's got a grease board on that Element net.
Just over 4 minutes to play. It's a 5-2 Walser lead in the showdown between the last 2 unbeatens here in DBL. Tommy Novak with it. Now he springs Matt Anderson. Puts the moves on Tufty. Nice back check there from the Blaine Bengal to poke it away. Johnny Brodzinski. It's a 3-on-1 with Middleton and Tufty, broken up by Matt Anderson. Bros up the right wing to the circle. That one deflects up off the stick of Justin Braun and out of play.
Well, look for a few defensive adjustments at halftime from Element. I'm not quite sure how you slow down all these transition plays in a 4-on-4 pickup game, but I don't know, maybe you leave somebody back on your blue line the whole time.
Livingstone keeps it in. Now here's Novak for Snuggerud. Across the crease, intercepted by Braun. And this one now right out in front. Novak, I don't think was ready for it, almost lost an edge. But he stays on his feet, he finds Snuggerud. Looking for Livingstone out front, now tries to go short side high, and it skitters up out of play.
Gosh, is that the 5th or the 6th shot by Element that's gone into the black netting?
Yeah, it's a mixture of some good defensive sticks by Walser and Kaskasuo with some live gear here. A lot of crazy caroms up off of him out of play. But Kaskasuo has been sharp in the early going, coming in with a 9.50 goals against, which is not nearly as bad as it sounds here in Beauty League play, and a save percentage of 708. For context, Troy Grosnick came in leading the league in save percentage with an 826.
I'd also assume that Grosnick leads the league in goals against at 6.0.
That he does, as coming in, Element was doing a really, really good job of tightening up in the back end. It was really one of their difference makers, one of their separators, as Novak gets inside, tries to do a little chip shot over Kaskasuo. Snuggerud is all alone out in front, but now Seuss gets back to cover him. Livingstone up high, less than 2 minutes to go here in our first half. Snuggerud pirouettes away and gets it for Livingstone. Now Novak between the legs for Livingstone. Working it down inside across the crease. Schalowski batting at it. It finds Livingstone again. His backhand pass is muffed. Picked up by Braun. He finds Richards back the other way. Richards' shot goes just wide of the glove of Grosnick.
Oh, man, that's a killer. A good offensive zone possession. Couldn't get anything out of it, and it turned into an odd man rush the other way.
Braun for Malinsky. Touch over a minute to go here in our first half. This one down low. Beautiful tip shot. They score. CJ Seuss that time. Forest Lake go crazy. It is an extra insurance goal before the break, and it's 6-2 Walser.
Yeah, there's not much to do in Forest Lake. You might as well work on your tip-ins.
Tell you what, it's a heck of a day for Forest Lake. CJ Seuss with that goal. Matt Wallner of Forest Lake hit a 441-foot home run for the Minnesota Twins earlier today. Forest Lake making some noise in the professional ranks.
Matt Wallner also threw somebody out at second yesterday.
That he did. Big toolsy outfielder for the Minnesota Twins. Mitchell Wolf with it. 15 seconds to play here in our first half. Looking to go coast to coast. Drops it off for Pavlshev. His pass across. Fielded in the corner by Bolby. 5 seconds to go now. We're really going to have to hurry to get anything off. Easton Brodzinski will settle it down. And that will do it for our first half. So Bryce Brodzinski and Nick Jensen each with a pair of goals. CJ Seuss and Justin Richards each add on a tally as well. It is a 6-2 halftime lead for Walser over Element. Peter, what's Element going to have to do better here in the second half?
They're going to have to dig deep. They're going to have to find it within themselves, that competitive fire.
There you have it. Definitely missing their captain, Derek Forbert. We're going to go down to ice level. Marissa Voss is standing by with the Brodzinskis.
Here on the bench with three of the Brodzinski brothers. Guys, how cool is it to be playing the Beauty League here tonight with all three of you guys?
Go ahead. I mean, it's obviously pretty cool. I mean, I was so much younger than Johnny and Michael and Ethan, so it's kind of cool to get on the same ice other than kind of summer hockey skate. So kind of a game-like environment, so it's kind of fun.
Has this ever happened before? All three brothers playing maybe in like little leagues and squirts, but to be here? Is this a first-time thing?
Actually, it was like 2 weeks ago. We ended up playing on my brother's men's league team, and we all got out there, but I think that was pretty illegal.
A little bit different than the Beauty League, I'm guessing, right? A little bit different vibe?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely fun being out here with these two. I mean, we enjoy each other's time a lot, and it's just good to spend it out here with them.
I got to ask one last question. Is there a lot of smack talking out here between the brothers? Oh, I have a goal, you don't have a goal, let's get going. A little bit chirping on the ice?
Not right now, but after we'll hear from Bryce how many goals he has.
Yep. I will definitely tell him, and I'll also bring up how many turnovers I had, so that's about it. Yeah, it seems pretty fair.
All right. Seems pretty fair to me. Back up to the booth to you guys.
Thank you, Marissa. Good to hear from the Brodzinski clan. Making an early impact here as Walser skates to a 4-goal lead as we get ready to drop the puck for the second half. Walser is a multi-generational family business that is still family-owned and operated. They employ 1,900-plus people across 28 dealerships and their corporate operations. Nearly all new and used Walser vehicles come with Walser Care, a complimentary limited powertrain warranty. Check out walser.com to learn more. Element Electronics started with a simple belief that every home should have access to televisions with the latest technology. For more information, visit elementelectronics.com. Element, bring it home. This one is brought home as Nikita Pavlshev puts it home. And Element off to a hot start here in the second half. It's 6-3.
Well, somebody should give him the TV.
That is right. Nikita Pavlshev, big man needs a big TV.
You might need bigger than 55 inches.
Wolf out in front, gets it up for Bolby. Bolby at the blue line. Now here's Easton Brodzinski, fresh out of his halftime interview. Pavlshev for Wolf. Anderson up the left side now. Scores! Yikes. Boy, Kaskasuo just tried to seal the post, but they go to the far side that time. It's 6-4. Element off to a hot start here in the second.
It's been a rough 90 seconds for Walser.
Matt Anderson rifles that one. Glove side high on Kaskasuo. That one is going to make the low light reel on his YouTube channel. It's 6-4, touch over 21 to go here in the second.
Toronto Maple Leafs organization, 77, Pavlichev, number 27.
Johnny Brodzinski looking for the answer for Walser. Glove save is made by Grosnick.
And Element draws within 2.
Element is now within 2. The hot puck is in play. Neither side has used theirs thus far. Schalowski trying to make his way through. And it's banked up ahead for Middleton. Now Johnny Brodzinski up the right side. Across. Backhand shot. Grosnick keeps it out.
Oh, that was pretty.
Good look for Tufte inside. Grosnick bats it up in the air and then swats it away. Tristan Brose. Save made by Kaskasuo. I don't think he ever saw that one.
I don't think he did either. I didn't hear it go off the post, though.
Down low across for Myers. He scores. Ben Myers. Element 3 in a row coming out of the break in less than 3 minutes. They draw within 1. It's 6-5.
Well, so if there's a player of the game that we're shooting for right now, at this point it's Eric Rasmussen and Danny Christo, the coaches of Element. No idea what they said to their team between the halves, but it's like a whole new group.
Across for Myers. That backhander goes wide. Did Kaskasuo take his contacts out at that break? He's having trouble seeing the puck right now.
I have eye drops for him if he wants. General lubricating drops and then Roto cooling drops.
Tufte looking to wrap it around. A couple extra pokes at it. That's about as much action you'll see in the blue paint in Deputy League. But covering it up is Troy Grosnick. 1-goal game now between Walser and Element here in the second half.
Looked a little bit like Grosnick was staring down Tufte after that play.
We'll keep an eye on that developing storyline. Snuggerud with a crafty play to get around Johnny Brodzinski. Stretch pass to the near side, finds Schalowski. They're into the zone. Through pass to Snuggerud is knocked down by Braun. Now controlled by Lindgren in the near side corner. Nice pass up ahead, finds Tufte. His shot goes off the side of the net. There's a little ripple there. Now jammed into the far post. Johnny Brodzinski comes away with it. Bats at it with the stick. Pass ahead for Novak is intercepted by Malinsky, who gets it for Braun. Now back to the far side for Johnny. And a glove save is made by Grosnick. Good positioning that time to take away any netting. And it remains a 1-goal Walser lead.
Is it just me, or has play picked up tenfold here in the second half? Feels like everybody's starting to take it just a little more seriously.
Yeah, at the break, Walser kind of felt like they were going to sleepwalk their way to a win, but Element comes out with something to prove as Richard's shot is shouldered away. That time up the right side, here's Novak at the circle, now backs his way into the corner. Wolf drops it off for Snuggerud. Backhand pass across, finds Anderson. Snuggerud at the left half wall. That one is left behind, now batted up into the air. Malinsky will come free with it. Nice behind the back pass there. Richards has Seuss across. Forehand save made by Grosnick. Rebound cleared away by Snuggerud. Novak up the left side. Knocked off the puck by Malinsky, who will look to go coast to coast here for Walser, looking to pad back onto their lead. Left side through pass is intercepted. Bolby with it at neutral ice, finds Nikita Pavlichev down the left side, has some space, fakes the shot, they score. My goodness, Nikita Pavlichev sets it up on a tee for Matt Anderson. It's his second of the game. We're tied at 6.
I'm not sure that was intentional. I want to watch the replay here. I feel like he might have fanned on the shot.
There was enough of a smile on his face after the fact that led me to believe it was intentional. Intentional or not, it's one heck of a play by Nikita Pavlichev. 4 unanswered goals for Element. We are knotted up at 6.
This is the Element we're used to seeing, scoring in bunches. They don't care that everyone thinks they're terrible. They could end up undefeated after tonight.
Brodzinski working to his backhand. That's Bryce over there. Across the ice for Jake Middleton. He's been quiet thus far, remains quiet as Mitchell Wolf bumps him off the puck.
That means the pace picks up.
Jim Carroll putting a charge into the fans here at Braemar Arena as Pavlshev has it again on his backhand, tries to center it for Mitchell Wolf. They weren't on the same page. And it's Easton Brodzinski working his way back.
I wonder how much it would cost.
Out in front, Bryce with a tip shot. Quick whistle as Grosnick tried to play it.
How much it would cost to have Jim Carroll call me every morning at like 6 a.m. and tell me that the pace needs to pick up. I'm ready to run through a wall right now.
That could be a heck of an invention. I feel like there's a market for that. Motivational Jim Carroll, I would pay.
Jim Carroll AI.
No, it's got to be the real thing.
Does Jim Carroll wake up by 6 a.m.? No way.
You can have it on tape, though.
I want the real thing, though.
Ooh, Jim Carroll offering up trivia now. Where does Nick Jensen play? I have the answers.
Do you? Oh, do you?
And now some kids are clamoring down to say Ottawa as Bros works back. Pad save, rebound on the backhand. Save is made. Shalowski out in front. Now a pass across for Bolby's intercepted. A young man is now the recipient of a Nick Jensen signed puck as he has answered Ottawa, though with some assistance from the crowd. As Bryce Brodzinski's shot is knocked down by Grosnick. It's a 2-on-0 back the other way. Bolby and Bros, back and forth they go. Bros finishes it off and it goes wide. Kaskasuo kind of just gave up there, went down out of the butterfly, put his glove up, but didn't even have to make a save as it goes wide.
David Carl would be so disappointed to see that shot.
They're offsides there. Easton over the line before Johnny can bring it in. An ever so rare offside whistle here into Beauty League. We are still knotted up at 6, 14 and change to go here in regulation.
I feel kind of tense right now. Little butterflies going on. Tie game, there's only 14 minutes left. When it's running time, it goes a lot faster than you think it will.
Walser has experience with the overtime/shootout format. They pulled off a frenzy comeback last week over Anderson. 11-10 was the final, and they swept the shootout 3-0. Johnny Brodzinski finished it off. So definitely advantage Walser should it come to it. Granted, a lot of time between now and then. 13 and change to go. Each team still with their hot puck. But it feels like we could be inching towards that extra session, Peter.
I'd feel like it could too. I'd prefer if my element guys would just pull it out in regulation because I agree with you. Walser's got the edge. They know exactly how to play that absolutely chaotic extra session. I hope element just pulls it out in regulation. My heart can only take so much.
Myers drops it off for Anderson. It floats off his stick. Back out for Myers, one-time look, save made Kaskasuo, who will cover it up, and we will get a whistle. Peter, I want to say you are the first quote-unquote impartial sports broadcaster to fully back a team with the gusto that you have. Stephen A. Smith has the Cowboys. You have Team Elements.
Stephen A. Smith hates the Cowboys. What are you talking about?
Skip Bayless has the Cowboys.
Skip Bayless loves the Cowboys. Did you just compare me to Skip Bayless?
Maybe I did.
I like that. He's a good Jillionaire.
Johnny Brodzinski has a glove save made by Grosnick.
And before he was a total blowhard, he was a very talented writer.
Face off to the glove side of Grosnick.
He was only guilty of a couple of journalistic malpractice suits.
Jimmy Snuggerud cross ice for Anderson. For Novak. Novak in the slot. A little too cute with it that time. Has it knocked off his stick. Johnny Brodzinski up the right side with pressure from Wolf. Look at that gap from Mitchell Wolf.
I'm telling you, Mitchell Wolf, he wins the all-effort award tonight, and I think we're going to see him score again.
Malinsky rifles it across, hops up off the stick of Johnny. Now Malinsky gets it back to the right circle for Tufty. Had a one-timer ready. Johnny with it now. Backhand towards the net. Save is made. Snuggerud will clear up the right side. Beautiful pass across for Novak. He's in with Snuggerud. Novak cuts out front. Snuggerud scores. Jimmy Snuggerud, the Minnesota boy. Chaska, go crazy. The Golden Gopher makes it 7-6.
I'm looking around for his dad, Dave, right now. I don't see Dave. Maybe Dave's tired of watching Jimmy play hockey games.
Nice find there from Tommy Novak. Of course, Jimmy set him up with that beautiful cross-ice pass in the neutral zone, but returning the favor was Novak as he finds Jimmy Snuggerud. 7-6, 11 minutes to play. Element with a 1-goal lead, but Walser and Element both hold the Dick's House of Sport double puck. Huge, huge factor going down into the stretch here. And I'm curious to see how both sides will use the double puck here late.
Oh, beautiful feed by Novak.
Pavlshev, good back check from Braun. Pavlshev still almost put that home on the forehand.
Is anyone having a better time out there than Pavlshev?
Just grinning ear to ear. You love to see it. Dropped off for Novak. Now Livingstone. Shalowski for Pavlshev. That one hops up off the official skate into the corner. Seuss with it. He has Braun on a long stretch pass, but they can't connect. Grosnick comes out of his net to play it. A man of honor will not let an icing be called. Middleton drops it off for Richards.
Honor's overrated. Let
Braun
it go.
For Middleton.
Take the icing.
Right circle. Lost the handle. Pavlshev loses it to Richards.
Stick to the NHL, Jake.
Touch pass out in front. Richards has that shot blocked. It'll be Seuss with it up high. Richards again. Seuss is dumped behind the play by Pavlshev. Like you said, guy's just having a good time.
He's going after him again. Should probably check our notes and see if they play together somewhere.
Settled down on the other end by Kaskasuo. 9:20 to go here from Braemar Arena. Game 1 of our DBL triple header. Week 3 of the Beauty League as Bolby has it now down the left side. Cutting out in front. He scores. What a goal.
Walser's got to call timeout. This is getting out of hand.
Henry Bolby stretches the lead. It's 8-6 Element. Beautiful chip shot goal right there. Looks like me and my lob wedge out on the golf course. Just a nice little flopper.
It's a little bit like me last night shooting on a 72-year-old goalie named Bill.
6 straight goals for Team Element. Walser led 6-2 at the break. Now 8-6. There he goes. Mitchell Wolf. Oh, he left it for Bros. He's too unselfish.
Mitchell.
Look at that. Just incredible motor out of Mitchell.
I'm going to hit him up on AOL Instant Messenger later and tell him to shoot the puck.
Bolby, now here's Wolf backhand. Save made by Kaskasuo.
Dang it.
Swept away by Bryce Brodzinski. Now up for Easton. He's into the zone with Malinsky. Bryce on his backhand. Sent up high. Brodzinski again after getting it back from Jensen. Easton up high now to the left circle for Malinsky. Looking to go across for Bryce. He'll pull off into the corner. Wolf. Bad turnover there, but he instantly makes up for it by getting in the passing lane.
Oh, my goodness.
Now
Weird.
backs into the corner. Gets it for Anderson. Tristan Bros in with Bolby. Bros. Miscommunication that time. Bad spacing on the rush for Element. 7.5 to play here in the second. Easton and Bryce back. Beautiful kick save made by Grosnick with the left pad. Bros for Bolby. Knocked away by Braun. Bros gets it back. Bolby denied by Kaskasuo. Bryce Brodzinski up the right side. 7 minutes to play now. Both sides have the double puck still in tow.
Another odd man rush for Element.
Myers for Bros. Bros, glove save made by Kaskasuo and a beauty. Good stop there from Kaskasuo, keeping this a one-score game here late. And you have to wonder when each side will opt to use the double puck. I would say maybe the next odd man rush for Walser is when they're going to flip that light.
Well, we have seen that the last couple of weeks where a team will wait until they have an odd man rush or a breakaway, which I suppose is the original odd man rush, and then they flip the light while the play is going on. And I don't know whether or not to call that just good thought process or a little cheap.
I think it's completely within the rules.
No.
As Tufty
Oh,
smokes Lindgren, who will make a skate back to the bench,
under his own power.
replaced by Middleton. That one is going to leave a mark because it's Middleton up high, pressured by Snuggerud. Johnny Brodzinski scores!
Nice shot.
No double puck, but it is a nice goal there for Johnny Brodzinski. Monkey off the back. He gets his first of the season. 1-goal game. It's 8-7.
I'm going to tell you a fun story here. I had a classmate in college who went to school with Johnny Brodzinski, and I brought up Johnny one day. We were talking about hockey, and he said, all Johnny can do is shoot, which proved out to be wrong because Johnny's carved out a nice little career for himself, but that would be Exhibit A of Johnny Brodzinski being able to shoot the puck.
6 goals last year for the New York Rangers, 15 in his NHL career, just signed a 2-year extension with New York. Less than 5 minutes to go. The Walser coach on the bench, whether that be Ben Clymer or Ryan Theros, is ready and waiting with the double puck alarm. It's a shame he didn't pull it before that Johnny Brodzinski goal. We'd have an evened up game here at 8. 4.5 to go. Element up by 1. That Johnny Brodzinski goal snaps a streak of 6 straight for Element out of the halftime break. But the work is not yet done for the boys in light blue. They need at least one more to either take the lead or send this game the extra mile, depending on if they get the hot puck to go or not.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Element maybe start floating a player a little higher in the neutral zone just to get that double puck. Going up 10-7, that could effectively put this game out of reach.
We'll keep an eye on Kaskasuo
Like this,
as
like
well.
this. Look at that. There goes the light.
Novak up the right side. It would have been a double puck goal had he got it to go, but it goes up and away. Hot puck has been triggered. Element on a effective power play here with 3.5 to go. Minute 50 remaining on the double puck. Pavlshev right side. Pokes it through. Novak in the right corner for Matt Anderson. Boy, this feels like a real turning point in this game as it's centered out in front. Now here's Novak in the slot. It's deflected before it can get to him. Middleton springs Richards, and here we go. Double puck is triggered. Richards to the goal. Denied. Middleton on the back door. It's loose, and it's swept away. I do not know how that one stayed out, but we now have a double hot puck. We have a double puck eclipse here from Braemar.
Dueling double pucks. This is the most exciting play in hockey.
Jensen has some space. Oh, why didn't he shoot it? He tried to go to the backhand. He had all kinds of room, and he can't get a shot off. Now here's Braun. Right side for Seuss. 2:35 to go, 55 seconds remaining on the Element hot puck. A minute 27 remaining on the Walser hot puck. 2:26 to go in regulation, a 1-goal Element lead, as the winner of this game will take the crown as the only undefeated team remaining into Beauty League. Back the other way, too far for Novak. Kaskasuo will come out to play it. Gives it right to Novak. Oh no, Novak scores! Tommy Novak, a double puck goal. That just might do it. It's 10-7 Element.
You know what? That's what Element does. Element takes advantage of other players' mistakes. Element shoots, and Element scores.
Kaskasuo is going to be seeing that one in his
right
sleep.
Under the glove.
Teed up Tommy Novak perfectly, and I was about to say we will keep an eye on Kaskasuo. I thought he might head to the bench for the extra attacker. 2 minutes to go, 55 seconds remaining of hot puck time for Walser, and there's a tight offsides call. Don't know if the officials got the memo here.
I didn't even think it was offsides. I thought
it was offside, but well within the DBL margin of error for what constitutes a whistle.
Okay.
Bryce Brodzinski and Bros on the dot. Nice move by Bryce to play it through. He tried to send it across. It's intercepted by Tristan Bros, who's into the zone with Bowlby. Across. They had 5 seconds left of hot puck time there, but couldn't get a shot off. And now it will expire. 35 seconds remaining on the hot puck for Walser. It's not going to matter, though, if they can just, boy, Bryce Brodzinski geared up for a check right there. The mere threat of it alone caused him to ease up as Lindgren loses the puck into the half wall. 20 seconds to go now on the double puck.
Would not recommend trying to hit Schalowski.
Here's Bros back the other way. Bros scores! 5-hole goal for Tristan Bros. He had 4 of them last week. He was off the score sheet so far in this one. He had to figure it's only a matter of time. 11-7 Element.
Never a doubt. Never a doubt. Riding that momentum. Boy, Kaskasuo, are they pulling him?
Kaskasuo's controller disconnected on that one.
Did he just rage quit?
And they're going to pull him with 1:10 to go and 6 seconds remaining on the double puck. Still yet to make it into his bench. There he goes. The extra attacker is Jake Middleton. 1 minute remaining here in the second half. Element looks like they are well on their way to a 3-0 start. Jake Middleton trying to have something to say about that one, but he can't get the shot off. Tries to get it through for Easton Brodzinski. It's controlled by Bros. 45 seconds now. Played up high, ping-ponging around. Now here's Easton Brodzinski across. Nice save made again by Groznik. Johnny Brodzinski with it that time from the left side. Bryce will take it in the left corner. Out front, pad save is made by Groznik. And he will cover up. 24.8 ticks to go here from Medina. Element's going to be off to a 3-0 start, Peter, and nobody besides you saw this coming.
Yeah, you're telling me. I mean, they don't call me the greatest color commentator in Beauty League history for nothing. I knew it all along. I looked at that roster and I thought they've got experience, they're seasoned, they're hungry, they're whatever other adjective you want to throw on it. I knew it all along. Even without their captain, Derek Forbert.
It was looking rough for them in the first half as Easton Brodzinski sends one high, trailing 6-2 at the break. But they come out, they score 6 unanswered, and they hold on to win this one 11-7. Element is 3-0.
It's hard not to be cocky at this point. It's hard not to feel like the Beauty League is firmly in the palm of Element.
Eric Rasmussen and Danny Christo have their squad absolutely rolling for Element. Henry Bowlby is your player of the game with 1 goal and 3 assists. He was really flying in this one just about everywhere all at once, but my MVP would have been Mitchell Wolf. And I think you would have agreed as far as effort goes. As far as someone, he played a 200-foot game. He was always hard on pucks. That's the kind of guy that you need to propel yourself to this kind of undefeated start.
Well, I wish that some other country would have come up with an army knife so you could say something other than Swiss army knife, like British army knife. That would be at least something different. But Mitchell, he'll play in any situation. He'll play for any team. That's all he knows how to do is win.
Now Bowlby will size up the youth in attendance here. Flips it up, and a young fan going home with a souvenir. And Bowlby will make his exit down the tunnel. So it is a 11-7 win for Element. They advance to 3-0. Walser is 2-1. Don't go anywhere, folks. When we return, it's Tria and Anderson, a de facto toilet bowl between the only 2 squads without a win here in Beauty League. We'll be back in just about 20 minutes for Game 2 here on DBL. We welcome you back here inside Braemar Arena. Game 1 has come and gone. Game 2 is yet to come, and it's going to be a good one between two very, very hungry teams. It's Anderson and it's Tria from the Hornets' Nest here in Edina, Minnesota. Will Peterson back alongside Peter Odney. Marissa Voss joining us down at ice level. Peter, these are two teams who have surely underperformed their expectations thus far in the DBL season, but it's still very early. Neither of these sides with a win yet, but certainly one win would go a long way for both these teams.
Well, and I think that both teams are in a good position to get a win tonight, number one, because it's mathematically impossible for one of them to not come out with at least one win. But I would also let the people know at home to keep an eye on Nikki Lieberman, who is here today, taking the place of Ryan McDonough. Lieberman, an Eden Prairie product. I think he'll be one of those younger, maybe hungrier players that you mentioned just a few moments ago.
We've got 6 new players, 3 on each side. Tyler Pitlick and Nick Lieberman, each with their first game played of the season for Anderson. Jack Becker returns for week 2. On the other side, Tria welcomes in Curtis McKenzie and Justin Hull for their first games. And also a guy by the name of Anders Lee, little-known prospect from Edina, Minnesota, just so happens to wear the C for the New York Islanders. And he is going up against his captain counterpart as Brock Nelson wears the A for the boys from Long Island. The puck has dropped. We're underway. Anderson will work from left to right in their white uniforms. Tria from right to left in black. As working between the dashes there and firing one up into the netting is Nate Schmidt, who has the league lead in goals for Tria, but has come under some extremely light fire from people online saying he needs to play more of a defensively focused game.
Has he actually? You pay attention a lot more to the social media scuttlebutt than I do.
I am tapped in.
You're tapped in?
I saw a tweet or two.
Are you absolutely locked in?
100%. Oh, you know, we're going to get this out of the way now. I got an email. I'm on the DBL email list.
Why?
I just am.
Okay.
I spend enough time on their website as Brock Nelson works down the left side. Cross pass for Boyd. His shot goes wide. But I was promised 10,000 Aura points for coming to this. And I understand what Aura points are as that one goes off the iron hole with a nice backhand shot. But I would like you, Peter Odney. There's a goal out in front. Eric Howla, 21 and a half to play. Eric Howla gets the scoring start. It's his 5th of the season, but I would like 24.
That might have been Anders Lee.
Was it Lee?
Buddy?
Lee on the backhand.
Those are Aura points.
Take a look at the replay there. Yes, it is Anders Lee as he gets our scoring started. Hot start for Anders Lee. It's 1-0. Explain to me what an Aura point is, Peter. What does it mean? You 34-year-old.
I'm 32.
32-year-old.
Still a young buck, not quite to my mid-30s. Although somebody told me I looked 40 the other day, so it was a little rude, but that's okay. Aura points. It's a point of aura. No, you got me. I don't know what the hell are aura points.
It's a Gen Z TikTok thing. You know, skibbity toilet.
Skip what?
Yeah, it's a whole new world out there, Peter.
I don't have TikTok.
If you don't know, I would stay away.
I don't have TikTok. No TikTok, no Instagram.
It's what the kids call brain rot.
Brain rot?
Correct.
I think brain rot's been around a lot longer than aura points.
Nate Schmidt with it is a 1-0 Tria lead behind the Anders Lee goal. McKenzie sends it across. They score.
Aura points.
Austin Pagansky finishes it off on the backhand. Tria's off to a hot start. 2 goals in less than 3 minutes. It's 2-0.
His initials are AP. You know what that stands for, Will?
Can't
Austin
say I do.
Pagansky.
Oh,
and
well.
aura points.
Less than 20 to go. It's a 2-0 Tria lead.
Second goal scored by Tria.
As they look to shake their 0-2 start. Tria is 0-2 with a 15-9 loss to Walser week 1, a 16-8 loss to Element in week 2. Anderson is 0-1-1. They lost 10-5 to Element in week 1 and then really let one slip through their fingers last week in week 2, 11-10 shootout loss to Walser in a game they led in late. Just kind of took their foot off the gas. Walser was hungry. They came back to win it. as Becker works it up the right side. Game 2 of our DBL triple header here in week 3. Element took home our first of 3 games as they are our last undefeated team standing at 3-0. Lee works his way inside. Another backhand shot. Save is made down low by Hunter Miska. Sam Rinzel up high for Howla. Back up for Rinzel. Nelson to the near side for Howla. Up into the slot. That one floats away from Reinke. Now here's Becker working back. Becker for Kalen Addison. Becker trying to work down low. Standing tall in goal is Ryan Bischel, former Benilde St. Margaret Red Knight. Rinzel with it. Spinorama move on Wyatt Kaiser. Boy, for a 6'4", 6'5" defenseman, Sam Rinzel really can skirt his way around the offensive zone.
Mobile. I think they call that mobile in scouting parlance.
Travis Boyd working back. Between the dashes, punches it through for Chesley. Across for Nelson, that one broken up by Nate Schmidt. Nice play in the D zone. Eric Howell's back the other way with Rao. Across, Rao shot, and a pad save is made by Miska.
Oh boy, here we go.
Nelson in with Boyd. Brock Nelson across. What a save made that time by Bischel. The net comes off, and we will get a whistle. 2-on-0 chance right there. Bischel stands tall. That gold chrome Notre Dame helmet.
I'd like to get my hands on that thing.
Chesley with a non-chrome gold helmet. Drops it off for Nelson. He spins his way into the slot. Works away from Pagansky, sends it down low. Played on the backhand by Justin Hull, making his 2024 DBL debut. Rao over the line. For Pagansky, intercepted. Brock Nelson with some space. Nate Schmidt closing. Save is made by Bischel. He'll pick it up and fire it with the glove. And it's picked up, taken back the other way by Hull.
Well, that 5-hole looked mighty open. Nice work for Bischel, closing her down.
Nelson near it again. Coughed it up. Pagansky takes it. Now Chesley with control for Anderson. Ryan Chesley, the 20-year-old Matamidi, Minnesota native.
One of 2 Matamidi Youth Associate. Well, I don't know if Chesley would count as a Youth Association product of Matamidi. He played for the Minnesota Fire, which I'm not sure exists anymore.
Hole up the left side.
There's one other Matamidi Youth product in the building.
Shot from Reinke goes high, racking my brain as to who that might be. Matamidi, show me. I do not know.
Who is Jack Becker?
There you have it.
Jack Becker.
Both of them suited up in this one for Anderson. At the right circle, this one is also rifled up and out of play. 15-15 to go here in our first half. 2-0, Tria over Anderson. Game 2 of our DBL triple header. Reinke off the draw, tries to thread it through for Rinzel. Plays it along the half wall. Now here's Noah Cates threading it for McKenzie. We have Noah with us this week. Jackson is not in attendance, so we'll see what Noah can do all by his lonesome. Already has the Tria team lead in assists. Great passing down low, and they can't finish it off with a goal. Noah Cates right side. Pitlick intercepts, springs Toninato. Oh, he leaves the puck behind, and Sam Rinzel cleans it up.
You know, he can smile all he wants, but we all saw that.
They're offsides for a moment, now regroup. Rinzel brings it into the zone for Tria, and that one is smothered by Hunter Miska.
Miska tried to play that one. He was a little surprised that the whistle blew, but he dropped it and was ready to shovel it off to the side.
Miska 0-1-1 on the season and 8.67 goals against with a .795 save percentage. Those numbers not too far off of Troy Grosnick's leading pace. He has been solid in goal for Anderson, but really they've just kind of been lacking that scoring punch up front.
Miska is kind of like the Lone Ranger the past couple of games.
Vesel works his way into the slot. Save is made. Now Addison with the rebound, backhands that one up and out of play. We have had a record number of pucks out of play, it seems, in our first 2 games.
It looks a little bit like everybody's playing inside a sand trap right now. Everything's going way too high.
And it's not even that the boards here at Braemar are short by any means. Maybe a little bit compared to your average NHL rink, but just a lot of pucks catching some funny caroms and heading up out of play.
Well, I'm sure it'll be a little bit like our first game tonight. The first half of the first half will be a little bit slower, and then things will pick up.
Vesel up high for Wyatt Kaiser, the Chicago Blackhawks prospect. Now here's Addison, closing his way inside, tried to find his man on the back door, and he gets it back. Here's Becker. Collides with Vesel, and they ping-pong off of each other. Justin Hull stick handles with it. He'll pull it back out. Entering his second of a 3-year contract is Hull, as Rinzel plays it fresh on the ice for Hull. Rinzel down the right side sends a shot on. Save is made by Miska. Rinzel in his second DBL game, yet to see him get on the board with a goal as he tries this time. Lee makes the save. Rebound chance is shot across, and Eric Howell will come out into neutral ice to pick it up.
Yeah, I wonder what the record is for longest scoreless time for a team. We're almost 12 minutes through, and we got zeros on the board here for Anderson.
I'm sure we'll get our numbers man, Craig Roberts, hitting us up with...
Shout out Craig Roberts. My goodness.
One of the best numbers men in the business.
He likes numbers the way I like grilled cheese sandwiches.
Tough play across there as it just sneaks out. Bischel still pitching a shutout. Now Nelson tries to direct it on board. This is an Anderson team that, dare I say, was the odds-on favorite coming into the DBL season with the amount of NHL talent they had on the roster. Even last week, that was apparent as Rinzel shoots this one across for Pagansky. They had Jake Gensel join them last week. Nelson and Gensel combined for 5 goals, but still not enough to get them over the top, and they remain winless.
I don't know if they're just preparing for a dramatic comeback or what.
Rinzel at the right circle. It seems like a really bad combination of puck luck and guys just being snake bitten.
I don't know how much deeper we can go into a team's woes 2 games into the season, but yeah, that's a good place to start. We'll call it snake bitten.
Pagansky has his pass intercepted. Now here's Brock Nelson looking to lift the lid for the first time here today. Unable to do so as he slid it across for Lieberman. Chesley with it. And again, a tight offside call here as Brock Nelson was in over the line. 10 and counting to go here in the first period. It is a 2-0 lead for Tria behind Anders Lee and Asa Pagansky's goals.
I met Nikki Lieberman's grandmother 7 or 8 years ago at a mini golf course in Edina. What a wonderful, wonderful woman.
It was a good mini golf course.
It's okay.
Do you remember what you shot?
No. Who counts strokes at mini golf?
I do.
Well, why?
Because my home course in Cloquet, that's what I go to with my grandma. It has a high score leaderboard.
Well, not only do you count strokes at mini golf, you count strokes playing against your grandmother.
No, grandma just comes with. I play with my cousins.
Oh, grandma just comes to watch?
Mm-hmm.
And she must like you or something.
She does. Shout out grandma. Up the left side. Anderson still searching for that first goal. Does Brock Nelson have it right here? He does. Backhand 5 goal snaps the shutout for Ryan Bischel. Brock Nelson with his third of the season. Anderson is on the board. It's 2-1.
I was really hoping we'd see our first blank sheet in the first half tonight.
Nice move inside from Nelson there. Bischel opened the wickets for a split second, and Nelson takes advantage. Saw that 34 times last year for the Islanders. Travis Boyd picks the pocket, works inside, wraparound score. My goodness, Travis Boyd. Talk about an answer for Anderson. 2 goals in less than a minute. It's 2-2.
Sam Renzel just got his pocket picked on that one, and Boyd scoots away from him. Oof.
Renzel looked like a baby giraffe on that one. Boyd picks the pocket, wraparound goal. Bischel, I don't think, was fully ready for that one.
I don't think he was either.
Still trying to process what happened on that last one, but Anderson is right back into this game. 2 quick goals, and we are knotted at 2.
This would be a great time for the double puck.
You would use it this early.
I would use the double puck whenever. I would use it right away to start the game. Keep the opponent off balance. This is chess, not checkers.
Addison down low, out front, Toninato swiped away by Reinke. Up the left side, Howla, now back for Reinke. Looking for his partner, Renzel, and he'll shovel it across for him. Lee for Howla. Nice drop pass there for Anders Lee, across for Howla, who fans on a pass up to the point for Nate Schmidt. Chesley with it on the near side. Too far for Toninato. Nate Schmidt will play it. Sam Renzel logging a lot of ice time here early in this one.
Trying to make up for that turnover.
Tyler Pitlick with it. Nate Schmidt settles it down. Lee for Hull up the right side. Drops it for Howla. Some good Metropolitan Division representation here on the ice. 14 Trias, they cough it up that time. Toninato works back across for Chesley.
Who makes up the Metropolitan Division?
Capitals, Rangers, Devils, a few others.
All right.
Howla working back. Across for Nate Schmidt.
Did it go in?
And it, don't believe so. That one shoots across, heard a ping of the iron, kind of just running out of room. Down the left side there was Nate Schmidt. Tried his best to get a shot on the very narrow angle he had. 6:25 to go. We are tied at 2 between Anderson and Tria.
Breakneck pace after a 2-goal lead for Tria. Anderson pops in 2 quick ones. Set the tone for the rest of the game.
Hull up high through traffic. Tip try that time. No good. Waffle boarded away by Miska. Will come out of his goal to play this one away from Rao. Hull with it. Right down low, fires it for Rao, who wasn't ready for it. Flutters off his stick. He'll regain control in the far corner. Reinke left side. Rao for Paganski. Back for Reinke. Some good zone time here for Tria, just kind of cycling through. About the most structure you'll ever see in DBL. Reinke between the dashes scores. Caught a piece of the glove of Hunter Miska. Mitch Reinke, the Tria assist leader, finally has his first goal of the season. Tria back in front. It's 3-2.
Well, it's yet another goal, and we saw this a few times in the previous game. It just slips under the glove of the netminder. I'm not sure if there's a lighting issue on that end of the ice or what, but I mean, some of these, they're just off by a quarter of an inch, which is just enough for a puck.
3-2 lead for Tria. Mitch Reinke, the Stillwater native, as Addison back down the other way, has that one go wide. Addison to the corner. Intercepted. Now we'll look back the other way. Tria with a rush. Rao drops it for Paganski, intercepted by Wyatt Kaiser. Nice play by the Chicago Blackhawk to jump up into that one. Now he feeds it through for Vesel, can't get a stick on it. Rao into the corner as these sevens come together. Kaiser in there as well. This one sent the distance, would have been a goal Had Miska not knocked it down, he'll send it for Vesel. Can't get a stick on that one either. Nate Schmidt takes it at the near half wall.
We're getting a bird's eye view at the future of the Chicago Blackhawks blue line. Wyatt Kaiser and Sam Rinzel on the ice tonight. Big things happening in the Windy City.
Good amount of young Blackhawk talent here. Oliver Moore not joining us this week, but was a standout in the first couple of weeks. The farm is loaded in Chicago. It's not just Connor Bedard. They've got some young guys coming up. And, of course, had the number 2 pick in this year's draft. Took a big D-man out of Michigan State, whose last name I will not attempt. Still not 100% sure where.
Oh, that one's not that hard. Levshinov?
Oh, Levshinov. Okay.
Levshinov. Yeah.
I wasn't going to put myself out there, you feel?
You know, I was flying to Pittsburgh two years ago, the fall before last, and I ended up sitting next to the general manager of the Green Bay Gamblers that had Levshinov on their team for a year. He'd come over from Belarus. And all he could tell me was Levshinov. One word, Levshinov. Look out for him. Now he's a number 2 overall pick. By all accounts, he's an absolute stud.
Schmidt for Hull at the right circle. Save is made by Miska. Good tough save that time. McKenzie takes it up high. Leaves for Hull. Now Schmidt down low. Good cross pass. No, Cates working inside. Save made. Hunter Miska.
Hunter Miska just ruining a really nice passing play there by Tria, snapping the puck around. Miska, looks like his glove's working just fine now.
2.5 to go here in the first half. Both sides with the hot puck. Neither side looking particularly eager to use it here in the first half. Rinzel's shot from the right circle is knocked away by Miska. Now here's Chesley in the middle third. Left side, reversing the field now for Boyd. 2:05 to go from Braemar. Rinzel misses Howla. Now Brock Nelson. I think he might have had Bishop beat up high, but he sends it wide.
It's an uncharacteristic shot from the NHL's accuracy champion.
Rinzel for Howla. Intercepted Chesley. Now here's Boyd. Back for Chesley. Into the zone onside. Dropped for Nelson. Chesley tries to tuck it home. Pad save is made. Rebound controlled. Mitch Reinke.
Too far.
Played into the corner. Kaiser will come through. Now loft a stretch pass back the other way. Chesley gets a piece of it. Schmidt will take it. For Tria, looking for any kind of late momentum going into the break. Less than a minute and a half to go. Lead for Hull. Now behind. Left corner, he'll send it up high. Nate Schmidt swings it down low. Howla as Kaiser lost his stick. Now Lee can't get a handle on it. He'll come out to center, and Tria will have to regroup.
Oh, beautiful pass.
Howla sends that one wide. Tried to go glove side on Miska. Good find that time from Nate Schmidt. 35 seconds now. Schmidt for Lee. Back for Schmidt. Puts the moves on Boyd. Schmidt right circle. Across for Lee. Backhand shot. Save made Miska. 24 seconds now. Lee with pressure from Addison. Pulls into the corner up high for Hull. Crossing through is Schmidt. Hull will pull it out. Find Anders Lee between the slots. A lot of familiarity here at Braemar Arena. Sends this one out. Howla was screening in front. 5 seconds to go. Boyd will hold on to this one. Send it the distance. Bischel deflects that one up into the rafters, and that will do it for our first half. Tria strikes first. Anderson with 2 quick answers. And it's Mitch Reinke's goal at the break that is the difference maker. Tria lead 3-2 here at the break. Peter, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, everybody on the bench needs a cup of coffee. We need a little bit of energy here. Only 5 goals in the first half. That's got to be near a record low for the men's side of the Beauty League.
Down at ice level with Nate Schmidt, it is Marissa Voss.
Here bench side with the one and only Nate Schmidt. Now, Nate, it's National Tequila Day. Are you a tequila person, or what's your vice?
A little bit of Reposado, Don Julio in my life every once in a while. Other than that, maybe if we win tonight and not give up 30 goals, we'll be having one after the game.
You big margarita? Are you tequila soda? Like, what's your go-to drink?
Yeah, probably tequila, soda, lime, if I had to, Otherwise, it's strictly water.
I'm surprised you didn't say Northland Vodka. I know it's National Tequila Day, but we got somebody on the bench who reps their own vodka brand.
That is true. You know what, though? That's true. I as a guy that reps his own company, I can understand the Northland Vodka train is here on Team Tria.
It's big. It might be in the locker room if a win. I feel that.
And only if it win, though. We got lots of management called down after the first 2 games. Had a lot of stiff talking with their guys as team captain. They said, no, everybody's on the block, so here we are.
Well, if he's celebrating after a win, you might need to celebrate National Tequila Day, too. Back to you guys.
Great work as always. Marissa, we thank you, and at this time we remind you that Anderson Group is a holding company that specializes in acquiring businesses in the construction industry. They aim to acquire synergistic companies with strong leadership, solid reputations, and a high potential for growth, staying true to their motto, building on your good name. Tria is proud to provide world-class orthopedic and sports medicine care for the athletes in the Beauty League. Whether you're a professional athlete or weekend warrior, you'll get the same expert orthopedic care when you're treated by Tria. Schedule online today at tria.com. Second half is underway. Tria with control now. Rinzel to the far side. Howla sent all the way back down. Bischel rifles it ahead for Reinke.
It's a bit unorthodox there.
Rinzel knifes his way through the zone, drops it off for Pagansky, now back up high for Rinzel. Geometric pass for Howler, return Reinke, he can't control on the backhand. Now taken back the other way, Anderson with control into the offensive zone, Toninato down the left side. Out in front, Addison, nice sliding save made by Ryan Bischel. Lieberman left circle, drop for Pitlick. Working inside, sends it out front. Toninato can't get a stick on it. Lieberman with it again. Pitlick up high. Geometric pass too far for Lieberman. Reinke takes it into the corner.
Home run. No.
Lob pass too far for Pagansky. Looks like me trying to find my slot receiver on the new NCAA game. Toninato gets it ahead. Vezel. Chesley left side. 21:20 to go here in the second half. Game 2 of 3. Game 1 taken by Element as they improved to a 3-0 start. And neither of these sides looking to become the only teams without a win here in DBL.
The crowd's getting antsy. We need a goal here.
Ralph far side corner. Good crowd here from Braemar Arena for night 3. We hope they will stick around for the women's game coming up, Tradition Capital and Tradition Mortgage, in a game that I think, Peter, me and you have both agreed has been the highest level of competition out of any DBL games. Nate Schmidt from between the dashes. That one is held on to by Miska. We'll get a whistle.
Well, the women's game by far has been the most balanced with the most consistent effort, the most consistent team play. Unfortunately, we did have an injury last week. We hope that player recovers.
Yeah, Natalie Buchbinder just taking an awkward fall into the Braemar end board here. Came with only 4.4 ticks to go on her, just a non-competitive play. Skating back to get a puck, lost her edge. We have not heard from her camp about anything, but when we do, we'll be sure to pass it along for you in future broadcasts.
I can't imagine that we're at the top of the call list for Natalie Buchbinder's handlers.
Face off to the blocker side of Ryan Bischel. Won by Anderson. Lieberman sends it low for Vezel, trying to go across for Becker, too far. Good puck battle along the far side. Rinzel, right circle, that shot goes just wide, missing to the blocker side of Hunter Miska. Noah Cates. Tries to get it for Rinzel. Now they'll link up on the near side. Rinzel pulling it back to the left circle. That one flutters up off of the glass. Cates will control. Too far for McKenzie. Settled down up high by Reinke. Cates again out in front. Collapsing that time is McKenzie, and he can't get a stick on it. Lieberman up the right side. Down to the neutral zone. Bank pass finds Becker. Off the skate of Howla, now controlled by Hull, who will flip it ahead for Anders Lee. Lee backs up new zone, draws Kaiser with him. Stretch pass for Hull, leaves it behind for Howla at the line. Howla wrapping it around, trying to find Hull out front, can't do so, gets his own rebound back, and shooting it off of the back of Miska that time was Reinke. He had no real estate to work with. Tried to bank it off of him. It's unsuccessful. Brock Nelson back the other way. Rebound, score.
There we go.
Travis Boyd is second of the night. Anderson knots it back up. It's 3-3.
Boy, the balloon was starting to deflate a little bit in the building, and we're back to full pressure.
Some good back and forth play there in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Travis Boyd with the first goal of the second period. It's the second of the game, and we are tied back up at 3. Awkward fall there from Brock Nelson as he goes in there with Lee. Nelson comes free with it, far side corner. Kaiser and Nelson pick up assists on the Travis Boyd tally. Through pass to the near side, Kaiser has it. Boyd across for Addison, goes too far. Lee will control for Tria. Hull finds Howla. Now here's Nate Schmidt down the right side. Waited as long as he could. Now here's Howla
too high.
once again running out of room, and he lofts that one up and out of play.
Oh my goodness. Thought a fan might go home with a souvenir. The black netting doing its job.
3-3 game here between Anderson and Tria. We had a tight one earlier between Element as Schmidt that time flips it up and around. Rinzel can't finish it off. Of course, Element and Walser in that first game. Pagansky with it. Both sides still with their Dick's House of Sport double puck. As Rinzel works inside, it's loose, and actually had it the whole time. Miska did not know where that puck was, neither did I, but ends up underneath the right shoulder. As he squeezes that one, the save is made. Both sides still with the double puck opportunity. Have a feeling it could be a big, big turning point here late.
I'd be curious to see when it gets used. Neither team is trailing right now, so it's not as if they need 2 goals on one shot in a bad way, but in a tight game like this, do you wait until you go down or go up one? Do you use it when the score is tied?
Neither, or really just any team here in DBL, has seemingly cracked the code for when to use the double puck. We haven't seen any real methodology besides if you're losing late, pull it, but.
Well, right now I see a lot of brain power on the Tria bench. It looks like there are 4 coaches plus a camera person plus a trainer. So I'm assuming at some point they're going to turn that red light on.
Lieberman, as this one poked up ahead. Toninato will go for it in the corner. Pressure from Reinke. Rims it all the way around for Lieberman. And now up ahead, Pagansky in. Forehand, he sends it wide. Tough angle coming in from the left side on the breakaway. Miska took away any room on the near side, and he shoots it wide. Chesley with it. Pagansky steals it away yet again. Noah Cates up the left side, back check pressure. What a goal!
There it is.
Noah Cates with a beauty. Tough back check there from Tyler Pitlick, but he fights through it. Noah Cates, it's his third of the season. Tria retakes the lead, it's 4-3.
Noah Cates showing why he's one of the all-time leading scorers at Stillwater High School. Nice play on kind of a rolling puck there. Impressed that he got as much of it as he did.
4-3 is the lead for Tria. It has been a much more balanced game for Tria in the first 2 weeks, as now here's a 2-on-0 back. Cates with Schmidt. Schmidt, big save made by Miska, and Tananata will bat it up into the netting. 2-on-0 look. Nate Schmidt cannot capitalize, remains a 1-goal game.
Boy, if they wanted to extend that lead, that was a golden opportunity right there.
Hey, how about that goal from Noah Cates, though? Tough back check from Tyler Pitlick, taking him all the way inside. Great show of the hands for Noah Cates. It is the go-ahead goal for Tria. After bleeding goals in their first 2 games, this one is sent wide from Tananato. Tria came in letting up 15.5 goals per game. It's been a much more concerted defensive effort, as they have allowed just 3, almost 3/4 of the way into this one.
I'd love to see how many shots have missed the net tonight in both games, but it feels more exacerbated in this one just because it's only 4-3, but it feels like we've just been missing the net all evening.
Schmidt. McKenzie for Schmidt across. Rinzel wasn't there to put it home, and Kaiser steers it away. Noah Cates, one-time look. Rinzel, save made by Miska. Don't see too many one-time clappers in DBL, but there's one from Sam Rinzel. Cates with it. Drop for Reinke. Right wing half wall. Some pressure there from Vezel. Drop it off Rinzel. Right circa, he'll turn around as well. Drop for Howla. Howla cuts to the net on the near post, wraps it all the way around. Anders Lee joining the play. Had that one get caught up in his skates, turned over. Anderson with some room back. Kaiser down the left side. Drop pass back, Becker. Across. Battling for it there. Vezel knocks it down. Rinzel gets up ahead for Howla. 2-on-1 with Anders Lee. Howla shoots, scores! Eric Howla.
Yeah.
Keeps it on the 2-on-1, and he burns Hunter Miska on the glove side. 5-3 Tria.
Boy, howdy, what a shot from Eric Howla. Just low blocker, didn't see it at all.
Wicked wrister there from the former Minnesota Wild. Set to hit 700 career NHL games this season. Easy to see why with a heavy wrist shot like that. Gives Tria a 2-goal lead. Howla again.
700 NHL games. That's got to be what an incredible accomplishment to play 700 NHL games. I was chatting with humble brag Sammy Walker, and I asked him, what's more impressive to NHL guys, playing 1,000 games or getting 1,000 points? And he immediately said playing 1,000 games. Howla not quite to 1,000 games yet, but the longevity you have to have, the way you take care of your body to play 700 professional hockey games, hats off to you.
And Howla, not a guy that is stuck with one team for his career. He spent time with 7 different organizations, but a guy that just consistently proves his merit. Now he's got a chance back. One time. Oh! Clap bomb, Eric Howla. Back-to-back goals, 6-3.
If you're a goaltender and you get scored on like that, how do you react? Do you chase down whoever took the slap shot on you? Or do
My
you just
goodness,
stand
Eric
there?
Howla. The howitzer. Top shelf glove side, 6-3. Rinzel back. Tria showing some muscle here. Nelson looking to answer for Anderson. Centers it through for Boyd. Can't direct it on goal. Now here's Schmidt back with Lee. It's a 2-on-0. This is unfair. Lee, save made Miska.
You were saying unfair.
Miska stands tall. Nelson with it, out in front. Nice backhand goal.
There it is.
Ryan Chesley with
right.
an answer for Anderson, 6-4.
Now we're cooking with propane. Now we got a few extra goals, and now we might see the double puck.
Nasty backhand tuck up underneath the bar for Ryan Chesley as the Washington Capitals prospect makes this a one-score game with the hot puck in effect.
Turn it on.
For Rao.
Turn it on.
Has Chesley closing on him, scores! Kyle Rao just lackadaisically makes his way into the zone up the left side. Kyle Rao lights the back of the net, 7-4.
Kyle Rao, more known for a goal that he had while sliding on the ice, but he can shoot the puck too. He's carved out a nice pro career for himself.
Back up to a 3-goal lead for Tria. And perhaps more importantly, at this stage of the game, it is a 2-score game with Anderson still having the hot puck at their disposal. Hole in neutral ice. Pagansky knocked down. Nelson near his own bench. Now here's Boyd. Cuts into the slot. Glove save made. Bischel. Rebound comes free to the near side. Swept away by Pagansky. Pitch and catch with Hull. And now Pagansky into the zone on the right side. Rings the iron. Rebound for Cates, and he can't settle it down. Tyler Pitlick will go to work for it in the neutral zone. Now find Nelson. Nelson. Pitlick. Through for Nelson again. Has Kaiser up high. Tries to go short side that time. The net is off. 7:11 to go here in the second. 7-4 lead for Tria.
Oh, a nice play by Bischel there to shove that net off. Buy himself a little bit of time to get reset. Tyler Pitlick's going to take the face off here. Tyler Pitlick was my secret weapon in NHL 16. He was so fast. He became the one player that I would target in every trade so I could put him on my PK1. That is more than you ever needed to know about my video game habits.
Schmidt with it. Now leaves it for Rinzel. And Rinzel still looking for his first DBL goal as that one goes wide. Toninato down the right side. Pitlick tries to go between the legs. He's forced into the corner by Rinzel. Now Addison. Nice move into the slot. Dumps it at the doorstep. And Toninato can't capitalize. Covered up by Bischel. You talk about guys he targeted in some NHL games from mid-2010s. I loved playing with the mid-2010s Minnesota Wild. Howla, Zucker. There were some good forwards. The back end a little bit questionable, but a fun bunch nonetheless.
The Wild were always the last team I wanted to play with. My team was the Flyers. The big Claude Giroux and Jakub Voracek guy.
Now here's Lee up ahead. I think part of what made the NHL 16 Wild so good is that the real-life team was a team that was very good on paper, but it never really transferred. And in NHL, all you need is to be good on paper.
Or playing against somebody who's terrible.
Reinke for Howla. Off the iron. Rebound springs Pitlick back the other way. It's a 3-on-1 with Lieberman and Toninato.
Push
Lieberman. Shot goes wide. Lee with it. Backhands it. Lieberman in the slot. That one rings the iron. Like you said, Peter, a lot of missed nets here today. Pitlick, right circle, poked into the corner.
Well, that was a great play by Lieberman, though. He jumps nearly 4.5 inches in the air, which is pretty good if you're on skates. Snags the puck out of midair, drops it down to himself, fires, and he's just off hitting the post.
Now here's Hull. He's got Howla with him. Eric Howla off the crossbar. Boy, it took a funny carry. I thought it might have been the back bar, but the official's right there. Toninato with a chance. Save made by Bischel. Jim Carroll imploring the teams to use the hot puck here. Neither side budging so far.
I was going to say, we've reached the point of the evening where Jim Carroll is reminding the teams that they have a double puck.
Miska had that one caught in his wickets. He stands up, frees it, and Addison will carry it into the zone on the left side. Good puck battle into the corner. Don't see too many of these here in DBL. Little 5-car pileup. Becker with it. Vezel tries to thread it through for Addison. Just over 3.5 to play. Neither side has used the Dick's House of Sport double puck. Rinzel remains snake bitten. He has to have the highest shots on goal to no goal ratio of any DBL player here in 2024.
Is there a name for that stat yet? Is that part of the analytics?
It would just be shooting percentage with a ceiling of 1 goal.
Oh.
And everyone scoreless. Rinzel left side. Reinke loses the handle, battling there with Kaiser to get it.
Turn it on.
Vezel has it for Anderson.
Turn it on. Drop the toddler and turn on the double puck.
Vezel, save made by Bischel.
Too busy
Now
being a
Reinke
caretaker.
for Rinzel. Reinke, right circle, off the iron again. 3 posts within the last minute or so. Redirected there by Paganski. It goes wide. Addison will control with 2.5 to play. We are approaching the point in the evening where it makes no sense not to use it, as you would simply be burning time off the end of the game. The hot puck is on for Anderson.
There we
Instant
go.
chance for Brock Nelson, and the save is made. Looks like Tria's going to wait until 2 minutes to go. Now they have triggered it. Mark Parrish down on the Tria bench, lights the lamp.
Looks like Taylor Chorney just turned theirs off. You got to leave it on, Taylor.
Maybe the infant was getting a little scared.
Oh, well, then you got to fire your assistant coach. The kid is holding it.
Chesley. Anderson needs some late action here. This isn't going to help. Noah Cates, what a save by Miska. Right pad save, flailing at it.
Here's your boy. The shooting
Rinzel
percentage.
for Cates. Rims it all the way around. Tria happy to play the possession game here late. 3-goal lead, less than 1.5 minutes to go. Nelson with it. 58 seconds remaining on the hot puck for Anderson. This one sent out. Boyd unable to get the shot on. 50 seconds on the hot puck. 1:11 remaining here in the second. Nate Schmidt with it. Right circle. His shot saved by Miska. Rebound. Cates out front. Another stop is made by the former Bulldog.
Final minute of play. Do or die time here.
Less than 1 minute to go. Jim Carroll, becoming Anderson's #1 fan, does not want to see them fall to 0-2-1. Nelson trying to get the offense going. Miska takes off for the extra attacker. 5-on-4 here.
Oh, no.
Howla steals it away. Are we going to get an empty netter double puck?
Apparently.
We will. Eric Howla with a traditional hat trick. Give him 4 with the double puck. 9-4, Tria. Fans starting to head for the exits here. Tria is going to earn their first win of the season. Where did it all go wrong for Anderson? 0-2-1.
I don't know if there's a specific point of the game where it all went wrong. I think Tria just got an otherworldly performance out of Eric Howla.
No shortage of offensive talent for Anderson, but they have really struggled to score the puck. 5 goals in week 1. They did score 10 in week 2, but really eased off the gas late. 4 goals here in week 3. Tria holds on to win it, 9-4.
Well, what more could you ask for? Tria gets on the board. They avoid the 0-3 record. Good for Tria.
Number 19, Eric Howla.
Eric Howla, unsurprisingly player of the game with a hat trick, had a double puck goal late as well. So he will come over, sign a puck, toss it up to a lucky fan in attendance. And coming up, we will have our women's game, Tradition Mortgage, Traditional Capital Bank. Should be a good one as Howla makes his way over here. Now, Peter, do you think we're eligible to receive the signed player of the game puck if I stood up really high and jumped up and down?
I think if you stood up really high and you jumped up and down and you somehow took the puck away from a child, I would knock your front teeth out. I mean, I wouldn't knock your front teeth out. I would just tell you not to do that because that doesn't look very good. If you wanted to be the Beauty League Zach Hempel, I mean, you could give it a shot.
Oh, a kid took a fall there as he got the puck from Eric Howla, but that is completely worth it for him. Big snag. He is fired up.
He is so excited. You wish you could get excited about anything like that?
I do get excited for DBL like that. That's me walking in every week here to Braemar Arena. 9-4 Tria win. First win of the season for the boys in black. Coming up next, Tradition Mortgage, Tradition Capital Bank. Third game of week 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. welcome you back here to Braemar Arena, Edina, Minnesota, Game 3 of our DBL triple header, and it will be a good one. Tradition Capital Bank and Tradition Mortgage in the third edition of what is sure to become a storied rivalry here on Wednesday nights in the summers. Will Peterson alongside Peter Odney, Marissa Voss with us down at ice level. Peter, we had a really good game last week, tightly contested, a 2-0 Capital lead. Abby Breen with a pair of goals. A few new faces here today. A lot of stud returners. Taylor Heisey is back in the house. What are you looking forward to here in this one?
Well, I'm looking forward to the player that I was just trying to get a pronunciation check on down in the penalty box. Number 59 wearing white tonight, Kirsten Sims, sophomore from the University of Wisconsin. She can absolutely fly. I'm looking forward to watching her tonight even more than watching the superstar Taylor Heisey.
Kirsten Sims, 75 points a year ago for the University of Wisconsin. The clock has not started, so the fans are going to get some free hockey here from the good old Braemar.
It feels like a youth tournament. I'm just waiting for somebody to scream clock.
I just heard it. Taylor Heisey down the left side. Now it does start. Heisey's shot. Save is made by Skylar Vetter, back in goal for another week for Mortgage. 1-1 record. 1.0 goals against, a .960 save percentage. Both the goals against and the save percentage marks are league best, and a quick goal right off the jump. Kelly Panic. A quick goal, less than 30 seconds into play here. Kelly Panic, her second of the season, 1-0 Mortgage.
Oh, and already we're only, 30 seconds in here, 30, 40 seconds in. It already looks a little bit more like the men's games that we saw earlier tonight. I wonder if maybe the women got together and said, hey, we need to make this a little more entertaining on the scoreboard.
Maddie Rooney, the new goaltender for Tradition Capitals. We've got to look back the other way. Backhand goal.
What did I say? What did I say 2 minutes ago?
Backhand goal and a beauty for Kirsten Sims. Welcome to the Beauty League. It's 1-1.
God, she's fun to watch.
Incredibly fast skater, the 19-year-old from Plymouth, Michigan. Won a national title in 2023 with the Wisconsin Badgers, and she has her first DBL goal. Now here's Maddie Wethington looking to add to it. Backhand score.
Got 3 goals in the first 2.5 minutes.
This is something else. Tradition Capital.
Oh,
back-to-back goals, Sims and Wethington. Maddie Wethington. It's 2-1 Capital.
I can't keep up with this. I was gonna keep stats for the game for myself, but now I don't know. I think I'm just gonna sit back and watch it happen.
2-1 lead for Tradition Capital. They are in white, skating from right to left. Head coach Sydney Baldwin. Mortgage trailing 2-1. They are in maroon with coaches Taylor Williamson and Sydney Scobie. So yeah, this game has definitely taken on a different complexion than the first two that we saw. Izzy Daniel cycling up high. It is intercepted by Nora Cross, and her pass for Levis will head down. Icing waved, keeping with the true DBL spirit.
Goals, baby,
Bazal out front, they score. Maddie Bazal sets it up on a tee, and it is 3-1 Capital. Maggie Flaherty punching it home that time. Her second DBL game, her first goal, and it's 3-1 Capital. Now here's Audrey Wethington looking to send it across. It's broken up. Kelly Panic works back. In over the line. To the far side for Nightingale. Hops up off her stick. Less than 20 minutes to go here in the first half. Berger will poke it up to the line. To the right side, Nightingale with it.
All alone on that half wall with the puck.
Now Panic. Right circle. Working it inside. Some light pressure from Flaherty. Now Wethington will work back the other way. It's almost like they're playing under the stipulation that you can't get within a stick's length, as here's Flaherty working back. Save is made by Vetter.
Yeah, this is a complete inversion of what we've seen the last couple of weeks.
Maddie Wethington down the left side. Works her way around, feeds Heisey in the slot. She'll backhand it again to Maddie Wethington. Heisey left circle, centers for Maddie. Save is made. Vetter covers, and then we'll play it on the backhand. Down the left side, Emily Brown will pull it out. Find Buterak, who looks to reverse the field for Krzyzova. And Capital will control. 18.5 to play now. Here's Grace Zumwinkle. Across for Gilday, fans on the shot. Vetter pokes at it. Puck is now played behind the net. And out for Buterak. Krzyzova and Bazal in a lightly contested foot race. Rimmed all the way around for Buterak. Now Nicholson. Left circle, save made by Rooney. She tried to keep it going, but the whistle is blown. Less than 18 to go. It's a 3-1 Capital lead here on DBL.
Oh, we've already commented multiple times about the difference in pace tonight. However, I wonder how long this will last. There are some incredibly competitive human beings on both of these teams. Kelly Panic and Maddie Wethington both come to mind. We'll see how long the more relaxed pace actually lasts.
One-time look there from Snodgrass from the left circle. Glove save made, Rooney. And you wonder if maybe there was some instruction handed down from the powers that be after the Bookbinder injury last week. Of course, Bookbinder, a PWHL player, and that's not what the league wants, is any of their star players getting hurt in the offseason. There are so many here, so you wonder if that's going to play a part in the slower pace of play here in the nightcap.
Well, whether it leads to fewer injuries or more goals, I suppose there's nothing better than a burned out scoreboard at a hockey game.
Zumwinkle far corner. Now Bazal down low for Heisey, stuffed by Vetter. Heisey will flip it around for Flaherty. Now Heisey, right circle, score! Taylor Heisey, that'll get a cheer from the crowd. Goes glove side high on Skylar Vetter. It's 4-1.
Beautiful shot by Taylor Heisey. She has just the smoothest release, that right-handed shot. Effortless.
Taylor Heisey, the darling of women's hockey here in Minnesota and really the entire country. Gives Capital another goal to pad their lead. It's 4-1. Nightingale sending this one down low, tipped on by Buterak. Save made by Maddie Rooney. Ava Lindsay up the left side. To the circle, backhand on. Vetter makes the save. Panic with it on the far side now. Good cheer as Heisey's goal was announced. Buterak down the right side. Up to the point, Nightingale. Across the crease, Berger was there on the back door, but they can't get it through to her. Now Nightingale with it in neutral ice. Maddie Rooney, the new goaltender for Tradition Capital, taking over goaltending duties this week. 27-year-old Andover, Minnesota native. Lindsay up the left side. Now a centering look out front. And a save made again by Vetter on the Sims chance.
Well, Ava Lindsay, the reigning queen of almost a goal. She's come achingly close the past 2 weeks to scoring a goal. Leads the women side of the DBL in assists with 5. If I had to guess, though, I think she'll get her first goal tonight.
A call has been made by Mr. Peter Rodney. Abby Barine on the wraparound. Rooney shuts the door again. Of course, Rooney and Hensley, the goaltending tandem for PWHL Minnesota last year. And fun to have both of them, as well as who seems to be the next big thing, Skylar Vetter, is our 3 goaltenders.
You mentioned Skylar Vetter as the The next big thing, no
And no goal.
But I would like to offer a shout out to Amanda LeVay. She's been hovering around the Minnesota hockey scene for what seems like forever, what feels like forever. She is officially retired from professional hockey. Amanda LeVay, one of those people who has touched so many lives. We were fortunate enough to have her come out to the Dangle Fest Invitational, one of our YHH events, and I mean, she's just a wonderful person, so congratulations on a fantastic career.
Up the right side, here's a shot sticked up into the netting by Vetter. Good look that time for Savannah Norcross, but Vetter stands tall. What's the traditional retirement gift? I feel like there is one that's kind of universal.
A gold watch?
Could be.
Gold watch? I don't know what
might
what
have to take to the internet on that one.
I don't know what the traditional retirement gift is for the PWHL. But a gold watch, in my experience, I've never retired, so I don't know. I also couldn't afford real gold, so don't ask me.
Barine left half wall. Krzyzova knocked down by Gilday. Finds Norcross on the stretch pass. Breakaway look. Savannah Norcross scores. 5-hole tally for Savannah Norcross. Her second of the season. Capital pouring it on. It's 5-1.
Boy, that was pretty. Nice hard shot. Nice and low on the ice. And if you're a youth hockey player watching this, that is the shot you should master. With a high shot, you have a chance of missing the net, leading to a breakout for the opposing team. With a low shot, either it goes past the goaltender for a goal or you create a rebound.
You can't miss under the net.
That sounds like a Pat Andrews saying.
It was not. The guy that said it was like our district rep when we were going to the state tournament. As Zumwinkle slides across for Lindsay, it was his parting words for us as we got off the bus, Wethington across. As we got off the bus for the state tournament, and everyone kind of looked at each other and then looked to me for interpretation, and I told them, you can't miss under the net. You can miss over the net, you can't miss under.
What makes you so special that you were the North Star for everybody?
I know a lot of things, man. Encyclopedia brain. Panic up the right side. A lot of, really irrelevant things, too, that really no one should have any purpose to know. A lot of baseball stats. Baseball stats.
Oh, okay. I can name every number 1 overall NBA draft pick dating back to 1967.
Who was 1981?
Mark Aguirre.
What team?
Dallas.
Well done. Dallas had
Is
a
that
team
who it
in
is?
81. I have no idea.
Oh, I don't know. I have to be in the zone to do it. Right now I'm watching hockey. I can't think about basketball.
Understandable. Zumwinkle up the right side, goes to the backhand. She scores.
See, now I got to know.
Grace Zumwinkle, her first DBL goal, came in with 2 assists, finds the back of the net here, and it is 6-1 Capital. Pretty backhand finish there for Zumwinkle.
I was right.
You got it.
Yeah.
Upon further review, Peter Odney nails the 1981 first overall pick.
Call me Rain Man.
Ella Berger with a breakaway. Forehand, she scores. Ella Berger answers right back with a nice breakaway goal. 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the first. Mortgage has an answer at 6-2.
Ella Berger, she of the tennis grip on the top of her stick.
The former Andover Husky.
Miss Hockey.
And current St. Thomas Tommy draws Mortgage within 4.
St. Thomas getting a recent commitment from Josie Skoogman, a very talented defender from Hill Murray. St. Thomas building quite the stable of young talent. I mean, they could challenge the Gophers within the next 2 or 3 years if they keep recruiting the way they are.
A lot to be excited about over in Tommyland. New arena under construction. The talent well just continues to fill, and that is a team that could seriously make some noise, especially now in the NCHC. Flaherty inside, save made by Vetter. Sims will pull it out. Now Heisey over the line. Taylor Heisey on the backhand, fed across. Maddie Wethington can't finish it off.
Gosh, did you hear the reaction from the crowd? Taylor Heisey makes what I would call for Taylor a fairly routine move, and everybody in the stands had a reaction to it. That's just the pull of Taylor Heisey.
Gilday sends it ahead, too far for Heisey. Barine will be the first one on it in the corner. Lindsay steals it away. Now Lindsay up high, in with Heisey, across for Heisey. Good back check that time from Nikki Nightingale to force it away. The net has come off its moorings, so we will pause as it gets reset.
For station identification. Sorry, I've been listening to a lot of local radio lately.
What's your go-to station?
93X typically.
Can't say I'm familiar. Can't say I listen to a lot of over-the-air radio these days.
93X rocks.
Maddie Wethington on her own blue line up ahead. Gilday, more of a Spotify man.
Gross.
Breen up the left side.
Nice poke.
Stuffed by Rooney.
Nice poke. That's a veteran move.
Now Levis for Lindsay on the far side. So why yuck to Spotify, Peter?
Just not a fan. I don't like monopolies. I don't even like the board game.
You can curate all your own music. Lindsay scores!
There it is.
Ava Lindsay, monkey off the back. Came in leading the league in points. Finally has her first goal to show for it. Capital 7 Mortgage 2.
I know it's July. I know it's 4-on-4. I know the clock is running, but that's got to feel good after coming so close the last 2 weeks. Ava Lindsay finally on the board.
Ava Lindsay, the 19-year-old Minnetonka native. 3-time state champion with Breck, as Bazal now inside. And the save is made by Vetter. So getting back to the Spotify, you can curate all your own music with no ads for like $5 a month, but you want to listen to the radio.
Yeah. It's a quirk, I know.
Snodgrass back. Save made, rebound, Barine. And Rooney will cover.
You pay $5 a month for Spotify?
Yeah, student discount, 50% off.
Okay.
Spotify and Hulu, $4.99 a month.
I can't keep them all straight. At this point, I might as well go back to cable.
Do you still have a EDU email address?
No. No.
Jamestown locked you out?
Brother, I've been graduated for 10 years.
I feel like usually, though, it's good for life.
I don't
Snodgrass to the corner. For the U of M, at least, it was until very recently they had a data security breach, and that caused them to rethink their policies. Bazal back the other way. Now a backhand, forehand move out front, and it goes wide.
Well, I guess we can't all go to a good school, Will.
Snodgrass off the skate. Norcross will take it on the far half wall. Now up ahead, Levis. In with Bazal, has Flaherty as a trailer. One-time look for Bazal, that one goes up and out of play off the glove of Skylar Vetter.
I will say something nice about the University of Minnesota. The women's hockey program has an incoming freshman that I am excited is an understatement. Chloe Primerano, an incoming freshman. She's Canadian. She was the first female to be selected in the Western Hockey League's Bantam draft. That is how good Chloe Primerano is. I'm stoked to see her in the maroon and gold.
Well, now I am too. Hard not to be after that sales pitch.
You really think so?
Oh yeah. Where do you think she'll slide into Coach Brad Frost's offense?
Wherever she wants.
Is she going to be instant first liner?
No. They got too much talent coming back for that, but she'll get big minutes as a freshman. It'll be too hard to keep her off the ice.
Little over 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Daniel fires it across. That shot from Berger goes high. A 7-2 Capital lead over Mortgage. 7 different scores for Capital. Lindsay, Flaherty, Norcross, Heisey, Zumwinkle, Maddie Wethington, and Kirsten Sims. Krzyzova far side. Maroon looking for an answer. Nice backhand try there from Daniel. Standing on her head is Maddie Rooney.
You know, if one player could give Taylor Heisey a run for it in popularity, Maddie Rooney might be the pick.
Nightingale right circle. Working inside. Another save made by Rooney. Now back for Nightingale. Buterak in the corner. Poked at by Maddie Wethington. Krzyzova with it now. Centering look, broken up, looking for Brown on the near side. Now Maddie Wethington with it again. Far corner trying to spring Audrey up ahead, just a little too far.
That was close.
Covered up by Vetter, and she'll set it up there for Emily Brown.
All we need now is the last Wethington. We need Jackie Wethington. Still might be a couple of years away from participating.
Drops it low for Krzyzova. Where is Jackie at in her hockey development?
I believe she's at Blake still. I don't know. Hold on. The third Wethington to go to the Blake school.
2:25 and counting to go here in the first half. 7-2 Tradition Capital in white over Tradition Mortgage in maroon. Here's a look back the other way. Get ready, Peter. It's Kirsten Sims on the forehand to the backhand. Nice poke check. Rebound chance, Flaherty. And Vetter stands tall.
What a move. What a save.
Zone exit pass is deflected. Madison Bazal with it. Dropped off for Sims. Left circle. She'll put a stop on and cycle it down low. Heisey. Sims again.
Beautiful pass.
Flip down low for Flaherty, trying to wrap it around. Heisey back for Flaherty.
Rip it.
Sims. Look at those hands.
Now rip it.
Across the crease, wide open net, Flaherty. Now Bazal looking through traffic. Sims with it again. Minute 15 to go here from Braemar. Heisey crashing to the net. Leaves it on the near post. Bazal picks it up. Looking for Flaherty out front. It's broken up there. Maroon will work back.
Jackie Wethington is currently a freshman on the women's rowing roster at the University of Minnesota.
Well, there you have it. Rowing. Rowing is tough, man.
You ever been on a rowing machine before?
I have. I was about to ask you the same thing.
I have. Terrible.
Tough work. Really lights the forearms up. Would not recommend.
Neither would I.
Not a great time.
No.
Snodgrass tries to go up high, just over the net. Zumwinkle for Lindsay back the other way. Looking to send it out front. Seconds ticking down here in Edina. 20 to go in the first half. Snodgrass in with Sheppers. They'll poke at it there. 10 seconds to go now. One final push for Tradition Capital. Looking to put an exclamation point on this already impressive half. Lindsay knocks it down, and that will do it for the first half. It has been all Capital thus far. A new look to the women's portion. Much higher scoring, much higher pace back and forth. It's 7-2 Capital at the break. Peter, your thoughts?
I'm enjoying it. I love seeing 9 goals. Who doesn't like seeing that? It's going to provide some great highlight moments. And, you know, the women seem to be having a good time. I look forward to hearing whatever Marissa has to ask.
7-2 at the break. Marissa Voss standing by at ice level with Grace Zumwinkle.
I ice side here with Grace Zumwinkle. Now, first full season of the Beauty League. How has it been going? I know it's night 3.
It's been awesome. We've all been having super fun. I think we were instructed to get some more goals tonight, so I'm glad we can finally see that on the board. But it's been super fun, so we're glad to be a part of it.
Some more goals for you. So in that moment when you're playing at the Beauty League or PWHL, is there a certain celly that you got?
No, I don't think so. I think it's maybe just the 2 hands up in the air, but we all have fun with it. So.
And you're in the off season, obviously, with PWHL Minnesota. How you been spending your time besides being here, being a beauty?
I like to hit the golf course and play some pickleball. So those are my 2 favorite things to do outside of hockey.
Okay, golf. Are you going to 3M Open at all?
I will not be attending, but I will be playing myself. Not in the tournament, but at my own.
Yeah. Sound leisurely.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if we could see Grace on the course. I feel like you'd be a rock star in the links.
I try to be.
Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Marissa. Great work, as always, down there at ice level. Coming back for the second half between Tradition Capital and Tradition Mortgage. There is no better time than this to remind you that Tradition is a family of Minnesota-based companies working for good in our communities while connecting the dots for all your land development, financial services, and home building needs. Learn more at traditionco.com. Again, back here for the second half of our third game of week 3 here of DBL. Capital with a big halftime lead. Both sides coming with a record of 1-1, so a pivotal third game here in the season series.
Keep waiting for that double puck light to go on, man.
Yes, both sides still with use of their Dick's House of Sport double puck. 2-minute window in which the team that triggers it.
That is a grown woman pass right there from Kelly Panic. You see the zip on that thing?
Definitely some sauce behind that one. The double puck, the team that ignites it will get 2 goals for any goal scored in that 2-minute period. Very much like a high-stakes power play. Each side gets one of them to use in the course of the game, and none have been used thus far. Centering look there, Breen, and able to make the stop is Maddie Rooney shaking that one out. Came to stop right in the jersey.
Well, there's a black something. I can't tell if it's just the pad inside the net is pushed up, so we're seeing the red of the back pipe, but there is a dark dot.
I do see that.
Inside the net. I thought that was the puck.
We'll keep an eye on that. Played up to the line, now to the right circle, Daniel. Buterak into the corner. Berger with it right side now. Flaherty will be the first one on this puck. She's got Norcross with her on the near side. Opts to send it across. Audrey Wethington unable to do anything with it. Daniel to the corner now. Back for Flaherty. Izzy Daniels spinorama pass finds Buterak. She's in with Berger. Berger near circle, across for Daniel. She's got Buterak, and they can't connect.
Ooh, inches away.
Nicholson bumped off the puck by her fellow gopher Audrey Wethington. Now a stretch pass for Flaherty, working inside. Backhand shot goes wide.
I think Flaherty might have been a little surprised. She looked up and realized she was all alone. You saw her look back over her shoulder. Nice move.
We will get an ever so rare icing call here. Touch over 20 minutes to go in the second half. 2 good games earlier. Element taking down Walser to advance to 3-0. Tria taking down Anderson to earn their first win of the season. And now after tonight, every men's team will have played each other once, so we'll start to get some rematches.
The drama.
And after first 3 games, see if anything changes between when the sides first met. I don't think we had any bad blood maybe in the first 3 games, so no real rivalries developing. Heisey, tic-tac-toe pass. Nice save made by Vetter with the left pad. The real rivalry is Sam Renzel and finding the back of the net.
Okay, that was just mean. That was just mean.
Krzyzova across. Nightingale save made. They're going to keep it alive as Heisey will play it. It's just, he's played 2 games now. It feels like he's got about 25 shots on goal.
Mr. Renzel is going to find you. I believe his dad's name is Pete.
Working inside that time. Levis, his shot goes wide. Krzyzova now. Breakaway look. Backhand save made by Rooney.
Maddie Rooney not fooled by that one. She's seen that move probably a million times in practice. Her PWHL Minnesota teammate, Denisa Krzyzova.
Levis for Heisey. To nobody in particular. His panic picks it up, sweeps it away, and finds Emily Brown. Brown backhand, save made again by Rooney. Now here's Zumwinkle. All alone. Save made again by Vetter. Keeps it alive, shovels it off to the left side.
And goalies might have gotten tired of being picked on in that first half.
Right on cue, Audrey Wethington puts it home.
Yeah, there it is.
Another goal for Capital, first goal of the second half, and it's 8-2.
Double puck.
Yeah, it's a 6-goal lead. It's only 3 magic scores of the double puck to get Mortgage right back in this one.
Well, at the rate we're going right now, 3 more goals, that's nothing.
Maddie Wethington with it now. Over the line. And worth noting, Capital is running a all Minnesota Gophers offense right now. With the Wethingtons out there together, Zumwinkle and Ava Lindsay.
All we need now are Sadie Lindsay and Emily Zumwinkle, and we could just have everybody's siblings on the team.
Breen with a chance back the other way. Breakaway look, score! Beautiful goal right there, Abby Breen.
Oh, that was nice. We got the bright white netting, goes pop.
Saucy wrister up high, and it's 8-3.
Watch the replay of that one. Nice.
Quick release. Maroon with control, now down by 5. Snodgrass taken by Sims. Breen with it again up the right side. Centers out front. Shepherds can't put it home. Rooney able to get a stick back. Now here's Flaherty with a breakaway look. Forehand, backhand, forehand, scores. Maggie Flaherty breakaway goal, second of the game. 9-3.
She wasn't going to let that breakaway go without scoring. Something fall out of her skate. Well, she's adjusting the heel of her skate.
Adjusting something there.
What is that?
And now tosses some sort of equipment up into the bench. We may never know. Another breakaway back. Ella Berger. Save made with the shoulder by Rooney. Buterak off the skate. Now Sims up the right side. In with Gilday. Sims across the crease. Gilday unable to get a stick on it. Norcross for Flaherty, one-timer, score. Hat trick, Maggie Flaherty.
Somebody throw their hat on the ice. Not me.
Lead by example, Peter.
Don't look at me, Will.
10-3 lead. It's a hat trick for Maggie Flaherty.
One of these days, I'm just going to do it.
Initially waved off as no goal, but I believe that caught the back bar, and after some contemplation, it is awarded. The extra point is good. It is a touchdown lead for Capital, 10-3. Maddie Wethington drops it off for Heisey. Now to the far side, back across Heisey. And she'll control it into the corner. Gazal with it now for Maddie Wethington. Heisey. Maddie Wethington, right half wall. Emily Brown with it. Full head of steam back. Backhand tuck. Oh, what a save made by Rooney. Rebound chance. Daniel can't get a stick on it.
How did Daniel miss that?
I don't quite know. Hot puck has been triggered by Mortgage.
Oh, yeah.
Needing a miracle here, or maybe just needing 4 hot puck goals. Here's the first one. Oh, can't get the shot off that time is Brown. Now another look. It's knocked down by Bazal. 13:40 to go, a minute 37 remaining on the Dick's House of Sport double puck. Now here's Heisey looking for a short-hander. Score! My goodness, Taylor Heisey.
That was gross.
That is unfair to Skylar Vetter. What are you supposed to do?
I don't know. Throw your stick, throw the gloves, give her the net.
Taylor Heisey, week 1, her DBL debut, did not find the back of the net, now has 2 goals, and it is an 8-goal lead for Capital. Double puck still in effect here, next minute 17. As Mortgage looks for a miracle to climb out of this big, big hole.
Miracles happen all the time.
Nightingale up the right side. Across for Krzyzova. Now Kelly Panic. Pad save made, rebound, another save, and then covers it with the glove. Maddie Rooney, my goodness.
Boy, 3 spectacular saves there for Maddie Rooney.
Incredible, incredible work by Maddie Rooney, 2-time world champion, Olympic gold medalist. What can't she do? Well, stop that shot. Kelly Panic right on cue. It's a hot puck goal. Back within 6.
Well, I think as soon as that puck went down, I think Kelly might have called for it, and there was no chance she was passing that one off, not after Rooney had gotten the better of her 3 times.
Hot puck goal. Kelly Panic, her second of the game. Hot puck. Less than 12 and a half to go. As it's played down by Rooney. 18 seconds remaining on the double puck. Audrey Wethington for Zumwinkle. Back for Audrey. She takes a spill into the end boards, gets up okay. 5 seconds now on the double puck. Rooney, oh dear, almost lost it. Now collapsing on his Barine. That would have been a huge momentum change. Really got him back into the game. But the hot puck expires. Less than 12 to go. And it remains a 6-goal lead for Capital. Sims, backhand score. Kirsten Sims living up to the hype. Second of the game, 12-5.
Welcome to the party, Kirsten Sims. I got to try that tape job sometime. Look at that. That's like 3 strips of tape just covering the toe.
That's all she needs, man.
She might need even less than that. Look at those hands.
Absolutely filthy. The Wisconsin Badger puts White back up by 7.
She must have been just unstoppable in youth hockey for Little Caesars. I can't imagine another player that age being able to handle the puck like that.
Flaherty with a shot from between the dashes, smothered that time by Vetter. 11 minutes now to go from Braemar. And it's looking like it's going to be a Capital win.
It's also a good time for our annual plea to move the women's game to the middle of the evening to incentivize a few more people to stick around.
Marine trying to feed Snodgrass that time. She'll come free with it up high for Buterak. Between the dashes, that is a save made by Rooney. Rebound controlled again by Maroon. Marine out front, and Snodgrass can't get the shot off. Norcross with it. Near the blue line. Pressure from Berger. Now Gilday between the dashes. Toe drag around. Got the shot off. Vetter stands tall. Now Bazal with a chance. blockered way up into the air. Now 10 minutes to go here from the Hornets' Nest, Edina, Minnesota, Braemar Arena.
Do you know that Edina at one point had the only enclosed shopping mall in the country?
Really?
Yeah, Southdale Center. It was opened in 1956.
That seems late for an indoor shopping mall.
Well, Edina didn't have indoor plumbing until 1965.
So they had an indoor shopping mall before they had toilets?
Yes.
Wow. Well, there is your Edina fun fact of the day, sponsored by the Edina Tourism Committee. Just kidding. Maybe someday.
I was going to say, be careful with who you pin that on.
Nightingale with it. Up ahead for Nicholson. Reverses the field for Brown, and they're into the zone onside.
Oh,
One-timer on the near side, sliding across to make the save is Rooney. Keeps it alive. Heisey will take it.
Man, there's no amount of money that could get me to stand in front of a Maggie Nicholson one-time slap shot.
Levis now. Save is made again by Vetter. Maroon with numbers back the other way. Shot sent that time. Another save made by Rooney with the left shoulder. Brown out front for Daniel. Misses the net on the glove side. Nicholson in the corner.
Well, Levis
Nightingale.
fell down. Uh-oh.
Save made, cleared away by Wethington. Audrey Wethington up the left side. Nightingale with heavy pressure on the back check. Backhand try. Blocker save made by Vetter. Now here's a chance for Nicholson. It goes wide. Maddie Wethington controls. Heisey in with Levis. Heisey between the legs, tic-tac-toe move, and Levis unable to finish it off. Nicholson again for Panic. Back for Nicholson across. Krzyzova goes off the skate of Maddie Wethington. Levis will come free with it for White. Shepard's with it now. At center ice, Lindsay. They are offside on the zone entry.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I didn't see him go offside.
Now, Peter, you said you're not a Spotify guy. You're a radio guy. But
Yep.
that doesn't really work when I'm driving from Minneapolis to Duluth because I don't want to change stations when I hit Hinckley.
Okay.
So do you have any recommendations for what I should listen to on this long, lonely drive home?
The incessant rattling of your own thoughts.
Oh, Peter, come on, man. I
Just
can't do
pure
that.
silence. Hat trick, hat trick, hat trick,
Sims.
hat trick.
Across.
Oh.
Zumwinkle.
I might throw my hat if Kirsten Sims gets a hat trick. Oh, no.
I'm going to hold you to that.
No, don't do it.
Zumwinkle inside scores. Grace Zumwinkle. A barrage there on Skylar Vetter. 6 and change to go. Capitals pouring it on. It's 13-5.
If you're looking for an actual suggestion for your ride home, I would simply move over to Apple. What? Why is it waved off? Why not? All we're getting is a shrug.
Interesting.
The fix is in.
Replay shows no goal, according to Mr. Jim Carroll. Think we're just having some fun, so wipe that one off the board for Grace Zumwinkle, and it remains 12-5.
Apple Podcasts for your ride home.
But which one?
Right now in my rotation, I got the Tim Ferriss Show, which is an OG. He's been around forever.
Lindsay
there
across
it is.
Sims' goal. You said you'd do it. If you don't do it, I'm going to.
Don't touch
Peter.
me. Don't touch
Take
me.
that headset off, young man.
Nope. The only people who know that I said that are whoever has a headset on and how many people are watching the stream.
124 people at home know
Are
that
there really
you
124 people
know
watching?
that you are a two-faced little conniving man who will not live up to his promises, as Kirsten Sims finds the back of the net for a hat trick. And Peter does not follow through. It's 13-5.
When you say two-faced, are you making fun of my lopsided eyes? Because that's a medical condition.
No, I would say four-eyed. I've seen how thick those glasses are.
Yeah, my prescription's hovering at about -9 right now.
Lindsay on it. You know, Peter, there's a full library of podcasts on Spotify. So why would I go to Apple Podcasts when I could go to Spotify?
Because it's the app that comes with an iPhone.
Well,
I know you have an iPhone.
I do.
Yeah.
Zumwinkle to the far side. But
she's
what
gonna get
podcast would you recommend?
Establish the Run, which is fantasy football. I'm a 4-time champion. Thank you.
Now back the other way, leaving it behind.
No.
And
No.
Rooney evidently shuts the door.
In a hockey vein, I would recommend 32 Thoughts.
Flaherty back the other way on the forehand.
Nope.
Had Vetter beat but can't put it home.
Dang it.
Daniel goes
Too
just high. Nightingale with a chance. Rebound.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Rooney. Absurd. Putting on a show for the faithful here at Braemar.
Izzy Daniel taking over for Ava Lindsay as the player who's come within an inch however many times without scoring. I see a small smile, but I think deep down inside she's pretty peeved.
Audrey Wethington across Flaherty. Touch over 3 minutes to go here from Edina, our final game of week 3 of DBL. Back across Brown that time. And it is covered up by Rooney. How about music, Peter? What kind of music should I listen to? I'm not in the podcast mood.
Oh, man.
I need some good music for a long, monotonous drive up I-35.
A long monotonous. See, I've made that drive a million times. Anybody who works in hockey has made that drive, who lives in the metro area, that drive up 35. At this time of night, I would need something that jacks me. Wow.
Across the crease, Panic scores. There's another hat trick. Kelly Panic has more goals than the rest of her teammates combined, but it's not going to be enough for Mortgage tonight. They trail by 7.
Never say never. Well, they did already use the double puck. If they still have the double puck, I'd say there's still a chance. If you're looking for something to get you jacked up, I would just throw on.
Maddie Wethington
Okay.
scores.
I would listen to whatever Maddie Wethington told me to.
Sounds like a plan to me. Maddie Wethington wrist shot snipe, second of the game, 14-6.
Goodness. I want to see that replay.
Panic with
know
it
if
on
we're
the
gonna
near side. Looking for a fourth. Sends it across. Return feed for Brown. Her backhand shot goes wide. Minute 20 to go from Edina in the South Metro of the Twin Cities. Levis. Puck was still loose, but we will get a whistle. Vetter made the initial save. 14-6, coming up on 1 minute to go here in regulation.
You think anybody's going to lobby for the clock to stop because we're within 2 minutes?
The people want their money's worth, Peter. All $15 they spent. Really one of the best values in sports. $15 for 3 games.
Oh, that's not bad.
Good fun for the whole family. Maddie Wethington, you can't even get a fast food meal for $15 these days.
No, I'm going to Taco Bell after this. I got to fill out form for another credit card.
Barine up the right side. Save made again by Rooney. Krzyzova across. What's the Taco Bell order tonight, Peter?
Oh, boy. Multiple beefy 5-layer burritos. And probably a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Audrey Wellington scores. Beautiful backhand goal to put an exclamation point on a big, big win for Tradition Capital. 15-6 is your final.
That'll do it.
Boy, certainly a different look game than what we saw in the first 2 weeks between these two sides. By far the most goals scored of any game in the women's season. 15-6, your final, Capital over Mortgage. 2 players with hat tricks for Capital, Kirsten Sims and Maggie Flaherty, as we await ruling on player of the game. Maggie Flaherty is your choice for player of the game.
Personally, I would have gone with Kirsten Sims, but that's just me.
Peter continues to pound the table for Kirsten Sims even after the horn has sounded. Maggie Flaherty will come over, sign a puck for a lucky fan, and that will just about do it from Edina. Peter, anything you need to get off your chest before we say goodnight?
I thought that was a very entertaining women's game. The losing team combined scored more goals tonight than in the previous 2 games combined. I'm assuming this will be a new trend, and I'm welling up with tears right now. How excited some of those kids were to get a puck from Maggie Flaherty. That's what it's all about, right? All the kids are still hanging out. The young girls who play hockey watching their older stars, their role models. It's a fun night. It's a good time. I would implore everybody to stick around for the women's game next week.
Good times from Edina. That is going to do it for us. For my color man, Peter Odney, and our ice side reporter, Marissa Voss, my name is Will Peterson, wishing you a very, very pleasant good evening from Edina.